am the great and mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you. A huge supply of tish comes from my chocolate starfish. How about some scat, you little twat?
Just a turd then, huh?
I am no mere turd, you dumb bastard. Allow me to reiterate. I am the great and mighty Pooh, and I'm gonna throw my shit at you. A huge supply of tish comes from my chocolate starfish. How about some scan, you little twat? You have no chance to survive in here. You don't even know which trick you're in. Sweet corn is the only thing that makes it through my rear. How do you think I keep this shiny grin? How do you think I keep this shiny grin?
Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this evening we are going to enjoy a little bit of kobold shenanigans with our Rooms and Reptiles Dungeons and Dragons group. It is great to have you all here in the new year. Thank you for coming, and I will leave it to Dova and Ray for the recap and such.
All right.
Dova.
So.
Dova.
What?
Dova.
Yeah.
Dova. Hey, Dova.
Hello?
Dova, you
Yeah?
want to get started?
Hello?
Hello?
Simmer down.
Can you guys hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
Hi.
it's like looks like a map.
Hello? I'm Kobold.
Hello?
Bones.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I got it right here. It looks like a cowboy boot.
What?
Am I lagging?
No, I don't think so. Go ahead.
Okay. Are we actually gonna start now? Okay. So, last time on Rooms and Reptiles, we started building into the settlement more, adding
We got our
tunnels that the other kobolds were far more comfortable with. During the week, we've been having these strange dreams, almost like visions of horrifying events by this autonomous suit of armor. Turned out to be an entity named Agni. Sent a message warning us that in 11 days, all heroic beings, all gifted beings, would be eliminated. That recap comes to us from Raku. And yeah. So, last session there was a sort of an ultimatum given. Agni, the name which the sort of bronze suit of armor calls itself, has stated that in 11 days' time, a group of people will arrive, which will be sufficient enough power for him to ascend and basically delete the power source for gifted individuals, such as the party, such as Iastal, basically leaving the world in a much weaker state.
Yes. Gifted individuals, I think, also includes big, strong beings like dragons.
Correct. And he basically said he would prefer to take the party's souls, but he will settle for the arriving souls, the other ones which he spoke about, which arrive in 10 correction 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 days.
110 day?
Correct.
Oh,
As you
also
can
I got
see
struck
on the
by
map.
lightning.
A 110-day swatch.
You did get struck by lightning. Go ahead and look on the map. Sorry, on the calendar. Upper right looks like a book.
With an eye on it.
I think so. Yeah.
Pretty sure
can't
that's
share
a
it.
1,
Oh, there's a calendar?
you know, to
it
actually
is a
show
one.
like an
Oh, it is a
calendar
1. It totally is.
icon.
It's kind of small.
These are some weird months and I don't like them.
Yeah. That's true.
Feast of the Moon is only 1 day.
Oh, they're days. Okay, I got it. I kind
Yeah.
of got it.
Are you
It's
Really?
just a
What do you
single
think?
day.
the calendar?
No. I thought Harvest Vale and Feast of the Moon was like a single week or something. Or a single
Hmm.
10 day. I don't know.
I
Anyway.
think that's. I don't know how that works. Maybe that's the only one. No, I don't know. Ooh, what's on the 14th? Oh, Agni's deadline.
Yeah, that thing we just talked about, actually.
Yep. There it is.
It's official.
It's on the calendar.
Mhm.
Yep, it's right there on the calendar. Right there. Look at it.
So
Ah, damn it! I can't add a log entry.
the Agni didn't actually appear in person, but sent a messenger, appearing to be a disguised and animated set of bones, which you had unceremoniously blasted to high heaven with a cannon as soon
Alright,
as
for starters,
you
we did
thought
not
you were
do
done
that.
talking. I say you. But you're just guilty by association at this point, I think.
Woo-hoo.
So there's that. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
I vote we sacrifice Cobalt to the volcano god.
Oh,
Don't be silly. Volcano God doesn't exist.
No, it's just a fire mountain that eats things.
Yeah, come on, Zim. Alright,
Also,
Eric.
I say no to this also because I want Cobalt to help me mess with said mountain god.
Oh,
Or
beware
volcano
of
god.
lightning.
We'll be careful this time. Cobalt, be ready for lightning.
So are we supposed to stop this guy before that date, or just wait for it, or...
Okay.
No, we
it's
stop
up
him.
to you. As you guys would be sort of gathered together for your breakfast. By this time, the mansion's food has become basically second rate in food. Not too great by any account.
Yeah.
And you guys are starting to find that you really at this point.
Well, we've
Because
been
having desserts and basically any sort of drink available whenever you want was very nice.
teaching the kobolds how to cook recipes and stuff, and kobolds still good at it.
Correct.
Yeah, but
How-
the ingredients. And they're not master chefs.
that as well.
But remember, yeah, we have the ingredients being brought in. We have a lot. We have teams foraging for berries, hunting game, fishing. We have them having it smoked. We have storage. We have a lot of stuff going on already.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Cobalt was our chef for the entire time we lived in a cart that didn't have a mansion.
Hey, Dova. How many days passed since Sully and Rocker came back from the mountain?
Just one.
Just
This is
one?
the,
Okay.
this is the day after.
Okay, so my special order wouldn't be there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He'd probably go. Rocker would probably just go hunting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you go hunting for?
Probably fish.
Oh, and do you have any fishing rods? Or are you just gonna
I'm just gonna use me.
go ahead and give me a survival check? All right. You don't manage to see any like huge, gigantic, catfish or trout. But you do see what looks to be a very large frog. It's a bit smaller than you, about the size of maybe a dog or a cat. Definitely different from those grung. It doesn't have any sort of spark of intelligence in its rather beady-looking eyes. And you managed to spot it through the underbrush. You believe it thinks that it still You believe that it still thinks that it's hidden, but you can see it. It looks to be kind of the same color as a tree frog, but more toad-like in consistency with its skin.
Oh, I'm gonna grab it. I don't think it would matter to Rock if it was a grung or not. Anyway, it's a big frog. It's in
Go
the
ahead and
water.
go ahead and make an athletics check.
I think I can do that for you.
Oh
Oh,
no.
So,
that's fine.
as you slowly creep over the, it's on the same side of the river as you. As you slowly creep over, you are just about to jump on top of it, and you leap, you pounce, grabbing at it with your sharp claws. And as soon as you pounce, the frog moves to jump, and you get your arms around it just as it leaps, and it's wriggling hard, and it's all slippery and kind of slimy. And you're kind of rolling around the water, trying to keep it within your grasp, but eventually it just wriggles out. It basically seems like it's dislodging and dislocating all of its limbs just fine, and manages to get out of your grip somehow and disappears into the into a deep part of the stream.
Hmm. I'm probably gonna spend like a minute or so looking for it, then give up,
All right.
and then probably collect as much small fish as I can. Just head back. The food is starting to taste. The spoon of tasteless gruel is starting to taste better than what that mansion is producing.
That's a rather powerful insult you just had there.
Yeah, that is pretty. It's pretty intense.
Almost like comparing it to British food.
I've
Mhm.
never had British food, so I can't compare it to that.
All right. Who's next? Who wants to do something?
You know, I'm
Remember, you got 10
tempted
days.
to message my British friend and tell him about that insult. But knowing him, he'd probably be like, yeah, that's actually right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this isn't a baseless insult I just gave you guys. What do I want to do in a 10 days?
I think we should just go and stop him. We're supposed to stop him before the 10th day.
It's true.
Or am
You
I
guys were just
completely
go-
missing this? Because it seems like Dova's trying to push us to just sit here.
Hey, you guys want to just go up there and see what happens?
I'm so confused about this whole thing. Let's go.
Yeah,
We're
10 days to prepare.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
is
how
it
much
to
preparing do you do?
All I'm saying is that if you want to take those 10 days, go right ahead. If you want to go now, go right ahead.
Can we just go now?
I don't think I have anything to prepare.
Me either.
Anyone want to get some last second armor or scrolls or anything?
I don't use scrolls. Who do you think I am? Also, Dova doesn't give us scrolls. He gives us coins, specifically because I exist.
I do give you scrolls. It's just that you haven't really had any encounters where they might be carrying them.
I might go buy them.
Want to go buy some scrolls?
No. Dova, if you don't have this encounter prepared, you can just tell us.
I'm good to go.
Alright, cool. So are we. Let's go. I don't
Alright.
hear objections. Oh, does I still want to come with us?
You haven't really talked to her about what's going on, and she hasn't really come to you saying that she knows what's going on either. So maybe you should tell her.
Alright, well, I fill her in on what's going on and see if she wants to come with us.
All right. After quite a bit of thought from her,
Because this does involve her too. She's one of the heroes.
you realize that you didn't see this Ayastal in any of the visions. Just the original Ayastal.
So? Oh, well, actually, that's news to me. I completely forgot the original ISL existed.
And it was in the
well-
past too. It was of her old form over the skies of the burning water deep.
I will still ask her if she wants to come.
All right.
I'll include the fact that the other ISL was in the vision too.
After after quite a lot of thought, she stands up, gathers a few various supplies that she has, and places the stone mouse in a cage. And says, "I want to come. I want to see her."
And save the
Maybe
island
a-
and the world.
And that, sure. Mhm. Maybe it'll clear my mind a little bit. And well,
I always feel a
us
good
all alive.
I always feel a good combat sequence keeps the blood pumping and the brain moving.
Yes, I suppose so. There we go.
Cobalt's gonna pet Ro with a finger.
You kind of reach through the bars and pet Roke. It It kind of sniffs at your finger for a moment before looking in the cage at basically a few gold shavings, apparently from other snacks.
Fancy. I'm gonna give him a gold coin.
All right, he kind of reaches up with his tiny hands and grabs onto the gold coin and immediately just starts sniffing at it and munching. There's a
One
very
step-
peculiar, like, crunching noise that it makes.
Does it remind me of when we had a silver cockroach in a glass jar?
Yeah, actually, kind of maybe a little sizzling here and there.
I like it. This is
Mhm.
cool. This is a cool creature. Say, don't worry. Icedoll and I will be back. Rock.
Rock.
Is there a K sound at the end of that? Because
So, like,
I've honestly been saying roh, like ROH.
no, it's ROKH.
Okay,
Roch.
roh.
Roch.
I say that. I assure him we'll be back.
All right. He seems placated. Goes back to his munchings.
The rat's fears have been calmed.
Fears.
In the top corner, roh, like that.
Just. All right. Sully, what about you?
Me, I'm probably gonna go find Cobalt after some resting.
Fair enough.
After all, I had 2 failed death saving throws.
That is true.
I am not in good shape right now.
This is the morning after, so to speak.
I suppose I'm more covered then. Let's
Yeah,
go see what Cobalt's up to.
Mhm.
Cobalt!
You catch Kobold as he's on the way back from the cave with Iastol.
Hey, Cobalt, what you doing?
Icedoll's coming with us.
Really?
I'm guessing, is she walking with us, or is she still getting stuff ready?
She's walking.
Well, I was wondering if, when we get to the mountain, if you would help me with something.
With the tuner?
Yes,
Sweet. I'd love to.
great, thank you. I think I've got an idea that could. If nothing else, I want to make that damn robot panic for underestimating us so heavily.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. This volcano is like constantly emitting a torrent of souls into the air, right?
More the opposite, constantly sucking them in.
Yes, those who have faced death feel great fear when approaching it.
Let's
Such
make it
as
so.
It wasn't that bad.
Let's make it so that before they get sucked into the volcano, they go in a frowny face shape.
Like, what?
We'll see what we can do, as long as we can mess with it. I managed
instead of-
a little bit, and then I
like
got
instead
struck
of-
by lightning.
Instead of a straight up and down line, it shapes a frowny face and then goes in.
Ah,
And then maybe like an angry face.
that sounds fun.
That'll intimidate them.
Super. Idiots.
Emojis, that'll show them.
Nothing conveys emotion like emojis.
Nothing at all.
All right.
Who else wants
What about
to
you,
do
Riku?
things?
Oops.
I guess he's just gathering his stuff along.
All right.
Getting Charlotte all prepped and everything else.
Stick.
Huh?
Stick.
No,
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good actually.
Anybody else?
Have I heard anything back from Sora?
What'd you ask her last?
For her to get a hold of the other two.
Right. She would actually get back to you. She said, after a little bit more persuasion, it seems that they are concerned. However, like the conceited gods that they are, they still refuse to give any sort of aid, at the moment at least. When things get dire, that may change, however.
Rock would nod, not surprised, as he kind of used them as like higher generals, sort of, who don't really go down unless they really need to, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes a little bit more cocky.
For sure.
They need to spend a day along the mortals sometimes. Knock them down a
Get that.
peg. Rock doesn't believe there's gods. There's just higher people up that he hasn't achieved to that status yet.
So Rock wants to become a god?
No, but he wouldn't mind fighting one.
Ah.
Be a hell of a story.
Mm-hmm.
And a scar. Ooh, that scar. Oh. Sorry, I spaced out on that scar. Never mind. Side note.
Yeah?
Is there any place that I can go quickly to buy health potions?
That seems like a
Um,
fantastic idea.
I literally just asked if anyone wanted to go shopping.
Yeah, but you didn't mention health potions. We never have those.
Well, you could certainly teleport to one of the cities that you have in your teleportation network. In
Let's go to-
your knowledge.
Let's go to Boulder's Gate. That place was thriving with people.
Hoppin'?
I know.
Sure you want to go there?
No.
Okay.
He went there once. He saw what happened. It's off his mind.
Hmm.
He would actually probably go to the place with the library. Whatever town that was.
I have it in my notes here. Oops. Wrong one. Fumbling my notes already.
Visions of a bird throwing papers around with his beak, trying to find
Yep.
a specific one.
Exactly what's going on. I believe it was the same one that you got the airship fixed in, which is Halarach.
Yeah, he'll go there.
So when we terrorized,
Mm-hmm.
The one that you did the whole ghost thing.
Oh, hey, Dova, I have an idea that
Yeah?
I can do with my free time. Whatever free time we have, because I know we're not taking the whole 10 days. I'm gonna go to the Mages College. It's not the Mages College, the training range.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to learn how to navigate the astral plane better. See what I can do there.
Sure. Go ahead and make a Arcana check and an Intelligence check.
Alright, so Arcana first.
Mhm.
That's a good number. Intelligence. That's a great number.
You start to get a much better understanding of the astral plane, and now that you're way out here in the middle of nowhere, it's kind
Where
of crazy
magic-
how
Or magic
easy it is. I guess there's so much just interference in Chult that every time that you're in the astral plane, there's just so much stuff going on around you. However, here it's much more calm. There's a lot less energy flowing through the place. Every so often, you do see those floating spectral figures off in the background, somewhere off in the distance, but they don't get very close. And you do get a little bit more fluent in sort of changing your perception of down. And it feels super weird at first, but you eventually do get the hang of it.
Sweet. Do you have any idea what one could do in the astral plane? And how it can affect the material plane? I think you mentioned a
It's-
while back that I learned how to travel short distances using the astral plane or something.
Yes,
only
similar
in
to
certain
your
situations.
similar to the blink sort of ability.
Okay.
It's not incredibly controllable at the moment, but you are getting the hang of it more. And now that you're able to move around in the astral plane more easily, sort of translating that motion into the real world is starting to happen. Although little small jumps, maybe 10 feet at most.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's about as much as you manage to accomplish before the fatigue really sets in and your mind just starts to hurt.
Oh, my brain.
Mhm.
Alright, cool. Oh, another thing before I forget. I wanted to make sure I cast Dromji's instant summons on everyone's things since I got them the sapphires for gift giving.
All right, you did.
Well, what specifically is everyone doing a thing on?
The Drummy's instant summon is one object weighing 10 pounds or less, whose longest dimension is 6 feet or less. As an action, you can basically bring that item to you at any point on that plane. I'm sorry, no matter where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Once.
I was asking what everyone wanted to put it on.
I'm just sort of reminding everyone what it exactly does. And
I'm
what
putting
the
mine.
item has to
I'm
be.
putting mine on my wand of secrets so that I always have a casting focus on me.
Alright.
Raku's gonna put it on his Galaxy Bayonet.
Alright.
Now, if he puts it on that, does it also bring Sharla with it if it's attached?
I don't believe it would.
You could just attach it to Sharla and put the summoning on Sharla.
But I can throw the bayonet if necessary.
Wouldn't that be easier to make it into a throwing dagger instead of a bayonet then? Or just any kind of dagger, really?
Not really,
Okay.
because I'd have to reforge it.
We have a forge.
I guess I'll put it on Volcyrus.
Wait, is Volcyrus a bow?
Yeah.
Put a bayonet on a bow? I guess that works, actually.
No, I have the bow on Starla, but
The bow on Charla?
exactly.
Oh! Okay, you're putting the summons on the bow. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it now. Alright, what about you, Rock Rock? By
That's a
the way,
very.
how are you doing? How you feeling?
I'm better. Not great. They still don't know what's going on, but I'll let everybody know after session.
Okay. What you want to summon in your dire need?
I can't really think of anything. It's in rock fashion, it'd probably be a weapon.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do because, it's hard to fight without one.
I would probably say my +2 halberd.
All right, cool. Eric's? Eric's doesn't exist. Sully.
Son of a gun.
Sully?
So we're all pretty much donating a weapon then.
No.
Oh.
Remember for Christmas he gave us all a recall stone?
Ah, that's right.
So
What
we're
do you
just
put? What are you attaching it to?
Hmm.
It's a one.
I'd like to put it. Oh.
Huh?
I'm thinking my harp then.
Ooh, hold on. What about the tuner?
That's a very good idea. I'm putting it on the tuner
All right,
because
cool.
I can fight pretty good with that weapon.
Is that everyone? Everyone who's here in existence?
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess I'll ask Zim when he decides to join us in reality. That's all my
All right.
things. Make sure to keep the sapphire safe. Keep it on your person at all times.
Got it.
I'm gonna put mine on a necklace. Wait, I already have the treasure chest there.
Yes.
What
Please.
happens if you put it in an extra planar storage?
If I,
It should be okay.
yeah.
Alright.
I mean, it has the ability to bring the items across planes anyway.
Okay.
Yes, the item instantly appears in your hand regardless of physical or planar distances.
Oh.
And interplanar.
Zim
It
is
can
not
be inferred.
okay.
What?
That appears that Zim is not very okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
He says he is in quite a bit of pain. Sorry, I'm.
Okay.
Oh, it's just pain. Okay.
Oh, it's just pain.
On a scale of 1 to 15 A's, all capital in a row, how much pain are you in?
Hey.
That's not what I meant.
Oh god, he said Fonzie level kind of pain.
Oh,
Ooh.
gee.
Hey. Ah, jeez, Fonzie pain. We've gone far.
Hmm. Alright, well. Anyone else have anything to do before we go out?
No.
Well,
I guess
I'd like a
Raku,
long rest. Thank you.
Raku would have picked up some healing
Oh,
potions.
yeah, I'll give you one. What would you like to buy?
Healing potions?
Yes, but which
Good
ones?
The good ones. Well, do give him the good one.
You would manage to get your hand on 2 potions of greater healing. 1 potion of superior healing. And a handful of regular healing potions, however many you actually want to buy. They're 50 gold each for the healing potions.
Let me see here. Let's see. I'm gonna do a discount roll.
You managed to get it
maneuver.
to 40 for the standard ones.
All right.
I was
And let me grab the
Interesting.
prices for the other ones.
All right.
Oh, of course, it doesn't have a price. Great, thank you.
So just 40.
It's obviously too good to buy, Noah.
I love how... Oh my goodness. Alright.
Well, doesn't the magic item table have a list of
That is
price by
correct.
rarity?
Except I can't friggin' find it.
It's at the very beginning of the magic items section, I believe.
Oh, that's actually using the book. If I
Oh,
had the
well.
book, that would be very easy.
Oh, speaking of, there was a sale that ended on December 21st where all the D&D books were half price on Amazon.
Big secret for you here.
That does him a lot of good now.
Well, I actually
No, I
only
mean, I
learned
don't
about it.
I don't buy them all anyways.
I got the whole set for like $200.
No,
But
sorry.
I only learned about it on the 20th, so I couldn't really help a whole lot of people.
Jesus Christ, there we go. Okay. The potion of superior healing, you managed to talk the very, very presumptuous elf down to about, actually not about, but 2,000 gold pieces.
2,000?
Correct.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're a little out of your range there.
Then don't buy it.
I'm not going to.
Good. Can I help you?
Wait till my father hears about this. No.
If I knew who your father was, then he would be important. But I don't.
I'm gonna pick up that wasn't actually part of it. I'm going to get healing pots are 40 piece.
Yeah, you get them down to 40 for regular potions, and you can get 5 at the most.
Okay. Give him 20 platinum.
Look. Oh, right. Platinum are 2 apiece.
They're 10.
I'm thinking of Electrum. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm wrong with that. Oh, I am correct. Electrum are 2 gold apiece.
Thought it was 2 electrum to a gold.
Shit, that's true.
Where are my papers?
Fumbling everything. Shitty DM.
just
He
throw
looks at the looks at the gold, counts it up, and says, "This will be sufficient."
I'm glad you can count.
Unlike some people. Christ.
So other news, I can go all the way outside with my headset and it still works.
Nice.
It's kind of rad, actually.
To be fair, you take like 2 steps and you're outside of your house.
Not really. For some reason, I can go all the way outside, but my laundry room is where it cuts the line.
I can go into my kitchen, which is what I'm going to be doing in just a moment.
Aha, finally.
All right, you got some potions. I'm being made fun of. I don't feel very welcome anymore.
Oh, Dova.
Don't dova me.
Dova.
Dova.
King.
Dova missed. Dova place. Dova misplaces papers.
I'm getting so many texts right now, by the way.
How many are you replying correctly to?
None. I'm ignoring them.
Oh.
Is that just an... Oh god, I might have to answer that one. Work stuff. Maybe. Never mind. It's the group chat. I don't have to touch it. All right. So you've got your healing potions. Is there anything else you'd like to buy?
Another magical spyglass.
Rock,
No.
don't forget that you do. That I did give you 6 healing potions.
Oh, you did?
Oh, and remember the 10 healing potions that we found in that treasure chest that one time?
I'm a bit fuzzy on that one.
Yeah,
The
I'll pull up the
6
episode. Here, I think it's at the 3 hour and 27 mark. You might have to watch up to it.
I'm not gonna watch all of that.
You said, Zim, you said 6.
Yeah, I got you. It was a nice, fancy little thing.
I don't know why I didn't have it in my notes.
It was the
That
Christmas
coulda-
presents that I got for you guys.
Yeah, I had,
None of
like,
you
most of
liked
them wasn't
enough.
there.
You guys just kind of were like, eh.
Well, see, that would explain why I'm like, oh no, I thought I had healing potions.
You guys also have healing bread, too.
Yeah, I was about to say we have
Well,
the healing
You
baguettes.
can't
Sorry.
shove healing bread down a dead guy's throat. I've tried, it doesn't work.
That's what I'm for.
Sorry, not
cunning
6.
actions.
It was 4. You got a string of 4 small pewter flasks, which contain a caramel-scented brew. And they are potions of healing. And they cost a bit more because, you know, they're fancy. Appreciate my gift.
I would. I don't know why I didn't add it. That would have been useful last game.
And there was Sully with his necklace of adaptation. Did you get that added? No.
I love the necklace of adaptation. That's one of my favorite magic items, honestly.
Did you get it? I don't see it.
Yeah,
Are you talking about Sully or Rock?
Sully got the necklace of adaptation.
I wonder if I didn't identify it.
Okay, so let's see. I got a necklace from Sully, the baguette from Raku, the air elemental stone from Zim or Eric's. God dang it! You can tell I haven't been here in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you got the baguette from me? That doesn't sound right.
And I got a really cool. Did I get a really cool cloak from Rock, or was it something else?
Oh, I got one of those, too.
I think I gave you a really old book.
Okay, yes, that's what this really, really, really old book here is. Got it. Dova, what was that book about again?
The necklace of adaptation, you say? Tell me more about that.
You can breathe in any situation, and you have advantage on toxic air or on saving throws regarding toxic air.
I like it.
What were you saying, Dova?
I don't remember what book I gave you. Did you write it down?
I wrote down that I got a book, but there's no description on it.
All right.
It was something I was interested in too. That's so weird. I didn't write it down.
It was like some old ancient magic text or something.
Cursed
Radu,
at
do you
the
have
age
your
of magic.
slippers of spider climbing at least?
I'm
say it
gonna
was
put-
a
yes,
book
they do.
of. I
It's
say it was a
dimensional
book
travel?
of the book of civilization's first attempts at magic and trying to trace back what was the first magic ever done.
Perfect.
A lot of druidic magic's going on here, but some of it you can learn from.
Awesome. Love it.
Did you not remember last time when me and Rock had sort of a matrix thing going on the ceiling?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Surprise.
I'm trying to remember what that was.
Because Rock was dragging Raku to the infirmary, and Raku was trying to fight him, and they were on the ceiling.
Oh, right. I remember that. Oops. So, you guys maybe relaxing a little bit,
I had
chilling around the fire for a bit, just no.
I am practicing with my arm.
Yeah?
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
Raku and Charlotte are trying more of those how do I want to say?
Emotion blasts.
Empath.
Arca-
Empath?
Empathetic.
Empathetic.
No, What's the version of that of telepath?
It's just a
Empathy.
telepath.
Yeah.
Empath?
Yeah, that's empath. That's what it is.
Empath. There it is. Oh, Christ.
I was thinking, all right, one of these guys gonna get it.
Yeah, the empath shots.
There you go.
I think you had me roll intelligence last time.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that again.
Can I do a save?
No.
Okay. Still not good.
You're still attempting to find exactly what emotions cause it and exactly what ones you can put across the most intensely, and you're having a really hard time doing it under controlled circumstances. The times where you did it before, you legitimately felt those emotions, and
It's not
hard.
necessarily Raku's trying to find which emotion is more powerful. He's just trying to create a shared bond between the two where they feel the same.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah.
With that okay.
That's what he's trying to do.
Okay.
So they're in unison, and their shots are at 100%.
With a lot more practice like this, you think you can create a bond which is unbreakable. I think. You're at the point where the strong emotions, you can definitely share those strong emotions, but when it comes to more nuanced stuff, like how angry you are, if you're just miffed,
I'm still
it's
breaking all my
sometime-
I'm still breaking all my limbs using one for all.
Yeah. Yes.
Do not. You are not Deku. Do not use your legs just because your arms don't work anymore.
It's fucking badass in the manga, by the way.
He is.
Yes, I'm a
very
manga supremacist.
Oh no, I forgot I was on mute. No, I'm like, yes, it is.
Hi, Rock.
Hello.
This just in: masochistic child finds new limbs to.
It's I'm like couple
You're
chapters
not
behind
wrong.
the curve.
Exactly.
If I beat physics and snap my fingers against my chin,
Gosh, try snapping your finger with one for all. And no, I don't mean breaking it. I mean snapping to make some kind of sonic boom.
Well, apparently Zim told me that I break physics on how I have to snap with one of my hands.
Really?
Yeah, how you know how you use your middle finger to snap?
I use my pointer finger.
Oh, well, on my my right hand, I have to use my ring finger.
Oh, I can kind of do it.
Matt Pat
Yep,
did
there it goes.
a whole video where he goes in depth on exactly how you're able to snap. And I watched this video.
Fascinating.
I watched the video a while ago, but literally it's only the middle finger and thumb that's supposed to be able to, because of the way that you've got, because of the way that snapping itself works. Yes, you can
I'm doing it just
technically
fine, though.
make a little bit of noise with others, but like, the whole point of the ring and pinky finger in a snap is to create that little air pocket that then gets shot out, which makes the noise. If you're not, if you don't have the pinky and ring finger there to do that, well, guess what? You don't have a pocket of air.
Well, you can do it without the
not as
pinky.
loud, I guess. But it still happen.
I could do it just as loud.
No, you're right. This is fine.
It's the ring finger. That's the one you need.
Don't
I
give
can
him the Infinity Gauntlet.
I can snap my ring finger.
I forgot
Yeah,
why he said that the index finger wouldn't work, but, you know.
I mean, doesn't the sound just come from your finger hitting your skin, not from the actual snap itself?
No, it is both that and the air pocket.
Oh yeah, my pinky makes a smaller air pocket, which results in a lighter noise. Basically, my
Yeah.
ring finger.
Today on Science and D&D.
S and D and
Science
D.
Today on D&D Derailed.
No, it's science with bourbon
And
bolts.
derailed.
Science with bourbon bolts.
Ooh, Treacherous Traps Kickstarter? Oh, fifth of Furry. Anyways, let's go on.
So,
Yes.
wisdom check.
Correct.
I got 19.
Okay, now I
19?
have to back them
Alright.
because their little their preview image has somebody with what I assume to be a ferret familiar, so now I have to back them. Actually, that might be an otter. Close enough.
Usually it's a weasel.
It's definitely too big to be a weasel.
You're a weasel.
Whoa.
Sometimes. I'm guessing you can turn into a weasel, but you're not one right now.
Raku looks around and sees that while we've been talking, the world's already destroyed.
Yeah, it's happening.
Just, we're all snapping. We're all looking at our hands while we're
Yeah.
snapping, and the world just explodes.
Oh, you missed it.
And our snapping was recorded into history books, and that's where Thanos got the idea.
Yeah. Right.
He just ponders like, man,
Rock,
what
rock.
happened if I snap with my pinky? And then he accidentally destroys himself. Shit.
Through a little bit of training, you are starting to get your hand under control, and it's acting as though it was actually your limb. Seems that you kind of stomped out a lot of that brain, that mind that it had, and it's starting to basically just become one of your limbs instead of having a will of its own.
You're getting through the rebellious teenager stage.
Yes.
No, bad hand. Go to your room.
The arm flips its
Where'd it
hair.
go? Oh, slams the door.
Don't give me that attitude. Don't make me
What is-
come in there.
Is this thing from Adam's Family?
Hell yeah.
hmm And I mean, I had something else planned, but it's not coming up. So don't worry. That's it. I'm playing with my hand.
All right, cool.
I'll be right back.
All right, cool. So, you guys gonna head out at any point?
I think we are.
You know what? Yes. Who
Yeah, like
wants
right
to go
now.
get some ice cream?
Cobalt's been making that.
We'll go out for ice cream.
Dova, how are my ice cream experiments coming along?
It's a very watery. Everything's there. Everything tastes right, but you cannot get the texture right.
Do you want me to roll cooking?
Go ahead.
Sweet. Oh no.
You experiment a little bit with eggs, because you know that eggs hold stuff together. It's not working.
Custard is so much more complicated.
Yes. You think you might have made something else that's good, but it's not ice cream. It is very sweet. Kind of nice on its own, but yes, not ice cream.
So we made gelato.
I think so.
Gelato isn't vegan? Milk and eggs, bitch. Stop! Vegan, please!
Chicken isn't
Partaking
vegan?
in the chicken parmesan.
Chicken isn't vegan? So, has anyone played the game?
No.
Alright, sorry for the derail. Go back.
That sucks because you can't play the game.
Derail.
Back
We're
up,
going.
back up!
Hey guys, you know you can't play the game anymore?
Hell yeah.
It's illegal.
Let's just not play.
No, I mean the scrapbooking
who are
game
we
is
missing right
illegal
now?
now.
Who are we missing right now?
I am
Are
present.
we missing anyone?
I don't think so anymore. Thought we were. Nah.
Oh yeah, I was cooking, but I came back.
Ah. So. The journey to the volcano on the ground is going to be about 4 or 5 days.
Okay, so this is definitely an otter with them. They got a whole bunch of these images that show it as an otter instead of a ferret. I'm slightly disappointed it's not a ferret. I'm also purposely, derailing it again just because I feel like it, so...
I'm back.
I knew we were missing someone.
Yeah, we never went anywhere.
My derail served a purpose. I was stalling for Rock.
Sure you did. Oh, my tea's cold. I forgot about it. Oh, no.
Well, everyone, we're gonna take a quick break here while the DM warms up his tea.
Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to finish it. It's like iced tea.
What, like lukewarm tea?
Mmm. Refreshing.
Tastes like room temperature.
Oh, hold on.
Tastes
Can
like
make that
how
more
the air
convincing.
feels.
Give me a moment.
Dova's making a power play by just drinking the tea how it is. Gross.
How's that?
About 6 to 7.
I got a little bit of caffeine in me now.
We'll
Alright.
have to see the mountain, the spooky, spooky mountain.
Mm. The time is currently roughly 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to be daylight soon, which is the time that you all sleep. Are you going to be heading out, or are you going to be staying here and preparing more?
We should probably get as much sleep as we can so we're not fatigued.
Could be a good idea. But it will
What's
take
our-
5 days for you to get there.
What's our time check right now?
It's still the same day. So it is... Oops. It is that day right now. And you've got until the 14th. That's when he said his other souls will arrive.
Alright. Probably rest for a whole day. Lead, first moonlight.
Alright. Anybody else?
Works for me.
Alright. One further night passes without too much event. However, there is this strange feeling in the air. The overcast skies have still not gone away from the other event, the storm that passed a few days ago. And it still carries this sort of very heavy feel of gloom and just overbearing melancholy. And you all awaken. What do you do?
I'm gonna make sure that all the kobolds know what they're doing for the next couple of days, so they know how to take care of the camp while we're gone.
All right. You
Yeah.
go around, make sure everything's in order. Everyone knows what they're doing. There's no people just kind of sitting around.
Yeah, I checked the archers at the guard tower.
All right.
Make sure
the
they're
oven's turned off.
up
The
to
doors
snuff.
are locked.
All right. All right.
I'm gonna check our
Into the-
horde.
Into the jungle you go.
Did you guys unplug the hairdryer?
Oven's
Ah,
on.
crap! One's
Oh.
down.
Yeah, I know the
You
oven's
think
on. It's on
you
my
think
back.
you left the window unlocked. Mm-hmm.
Did you close the garage door on your way out?
Shit. Left my phone at home.
Ooh.
We're going. What's in your inventory is in your inventory. That's all you got. As you head out into the forest, towards the impending volcano on the horizon. Where's the map at Schult? There it is. Share sheet. You got the X right now. And you need to make it to the peaks of flame. In reality, it's 2 dormant peaks and then 1 active. The one closest is the active one. And then the one in the middle and the one on the right are inactive. So, peak of flame. Alright. What's the marching order right now?
Phenomena.
Are
Kobold's
we
gonna be in the Kobold's gonna be in the middle.
You gonna be in the middle?
Raku's holding up the rear.
Alright.
Yes, Rock will be in the front.
Sully, I'm guessing you're right behind him. Sully?
For the end of the world spell,
Hello.
press Control, Alt, Delete.
You're muted if you're trying to talk. Are we? Since we're doing a thing, I don't. Rock would not be riding Ember, but would have told her to follow him.
All right.
Let's probably walk
Good.
off the side to us, just next to us.
Yeah, be near him.
I know there's a word for that, but it's been a very long time since I've been in
A
formation.
stride.
Trot.
Oh, like the position? Yeah, I think that'd be a stride. Or besides, or alongside, to the
Abreast?
side, with.
Flanking.
There you go.
No, nobody's planking.
Banding, vigilance, double strike, haste.
Hello? Oh, I can't make it bigger. It's
So
very small.
So
That's
they
what she
got
said.
all of these decks that I could get. Not sure why I would want those. Or I could get a PDF of all the traps.
Man, I love traps.
I do too.
Anyway, back to the game that we were playing on stream in front of people.
And we'll get back to that eventually.
I wonder if I post this before, but yeah, I'll post it later. Because we're busy.
So please keep us on track.
Yes.
We obviously can't count on the one who owns the entire streaming channel and group.
That's fair. Everyone go ahead and actually, could I get a bunch of D20 rolls from somebody?
Yes, me, Kobold.
All right.
How many?
That'd be enough.
You're so mean to
a
me.
lot.
I called it.
We're just gonna use the marching formation. This, because it's already up. Does everyone know how to get to it?
Yeah.
All right. So, could I get a perception check from everyone?
All right, 22.
Hey, you gave Kale your 22.
Perception is right there. 24.
All right.
There, fix the bot.
Hey, Dova, what's the name of the map?
Should be map_Chult. Should be identified.
Ah,
Oh, where's the freaking marching order? There it is. Okay, so Raku.
Did you ask us if we all knew where it was? Or were you hoping that one of us would tell you where the marching order is?
I know where it is. I found it.
Also, you're really
There's-
quiet
it's in the,
suddenly.
character. Really?
Yes.
I was talking kind of quiet, so
Well, speak
if
up.
you need, I think you can probably turn me up in Discord.
I don't know. Maybe Zim's just loud by comparison.
Ooh. Brutal.
I call him as I see him. I love the song.
Raku,
Yes.
you are keeping a lookout of the back, and you notice the very
I shoot it.
slight sound. You shoot nothing?
No. Continue.
A very slight jingling sound. As you kind of turn around, you see nothing. You kind of try to look to where the sound, the location the sound is coming from. It seems to be. It was coming from your belt and where your coin pouch normally is, but now you see nothing.
I don't see my coin pouch.
You still see your coin pouch, but you also see nothing.
Did it sound like bells? Did it sound like coins?
Definitely sounded like coins.
I want to check my coin pouch.
All right. Doing a quick appraisal of what you actually have in your coin pouch. Do you keep? How much coin do you normally keep in your coin pouch?
A couple platinum.
Couple platinum. Normally. you
Actually, my
keep maybe-
coin pouch is in my bag of holding.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is it in there?
Very cold
Because it's-
coins, apparently.
Because I'm a thief and I know what thieves do.
Mhm. Steal stuff off of your hip. All right.
I probably have a coin pouch full of like chocolate coins.
I'll say since I don't see it on your inventory sheet, then you would not have.
Dova.
Yeah?
I'm gonna try to pickpocket his chocolate coins.
Doesn't have any chocolate coins. He needs to buy them.
I roll something for pickpocket. I want to see how this works out.
Anyways,
You failed.
you would
Yeah.
be a few coins short.
That I'm missing some.
Down. Yes, you are down 3 platinum.
How did my passive miss that?
You don't know.
I'm gonna alert the
Definitely
party.
Definitely see nothing. And everyone is now definitely aware that there is nothing here.
Interesting.
Raku's gonna put the.
There's the sound.
Oh wait,
of,
wait, wait! It was stolen from my bag of holding.
Yes. The bag of holding isn't like a bag of holding where
It's not an
it's
extra dimensional space.
The bag the space inside the bag of holding is just a little bigger on the inside than it is on the
Oh,
outside.
everything-
So if someone
All right, my
someone
bad.
looks
Everything
in
I've
it-
seen about it, it says it's the same thing.
no, it's just a little bit different in just that regard.
It's slightly
Um,
bigger than a normal bag, and it keeps things cold. And that's the bag of holding.
My 3 key sticks. But yes, everyone is sort of looks around. You all hear the ever-present drone of various insects around you. The dim shadows of the forest this early in the morning, and nothing.
Curious.
Could I get an intelligence save from everybody?
Yes,
Sure.
because whatever it is probably invisible or it's an illusion.
Wait,
I
why'd you
rock
give us
with the
advantage?
intelligence.
The is it a spell?
It would not be a spell.
Then it'd probably just take that 9 then,
Oh,
because I got the cloak of spell resistance,
All right.
which gives me advantage on spell saves.
All right. So you'd be at an 8 then.
Yep.
Let me see what this
All right.
does.
Cobalt.
Yes.
You would be the only one to sort of. You get the feeling that you're looking over where all this is almost commotion is happening, where Raku's pointing, and where you once saw nothing. You're realizing a distinct nothing is there.
A distinct nothing is there.
It's very hard to describe, but you're looking at the space and you feel like you're almost your eyes are almost being guided around it. Like there's almost a blank spot in your vision.
I'm gonna cast the spell.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast the spell magic on the spot.
So there's too much nothing there.
I
Correct.
think I get what he's saying. Like,
There's-
Yeah, I'm gonna try casting the spell magic on it level 3. That particular spot.
go ahead and mark down that spell slot, and
Yep.
in the space where almost directly in front of you is a crouched insectoid simian creature, about your same size but much more gangly, with a number of chitinous spiny limbs, and it just seems to be grasping at those small coins, kind of staring deeply at the 3 platinum that it has, and at the same time 2 of its limbs are sort of stretching outward in tension, and these 2 limbs are tipped with what look to be razor sharp stingers of some sort.
I shoot it like I wanted to.
All right, you shoot at
He-
nothing.
Dova, he
Go ahead
did
and
specifically
roll to
say that he
attack.
wanted to shoot at nothing.
No, he wanted to shoot at whatever it is.
Oh no, you asked if he wanted to shoot at nothing, and he said no.
Exactly.
yes,
go
but
ahead
its
and roll
name
to
is
attack
nothing.
this
That's
time.
what's so confusing. It's like, who's on first?
What's on second?
Exactly.
Alright, so what are we
It's snippy
doing?
with me.
Are we rolling initiative, or are we attacking it, or what?
No, Riku is shooting nothing.
Didn't Cobalt use Dispel Magic?
I'm joking.
Oh, it didn't do anything.
Go ahead and roll
So
to
that
attack.
didn't-
Oh.
Oh.
Everyone
Dang it,
is
Dova.
able to see that
Look at you confusing the whole party unnecessarily.
because I'm evil.
Evil people can keep track of their papers. How do you think villains' plans work so well until they're thwarted by a person, not by their own disorganization?
Yep.
I
Ouch.
think it might be gone.
Yeah, it's dead.
I go and pick up my platinum, then cast
As you
Prestidigitation.
basically
didn't
just
even-
quick draw it with your long rifle.
Just quick scoped it.
No scope, but not even
Yeah.
scoping in. Just hip shot. There's the crack of energy, and the discharge smacks into its chitinous shell, as you see fragments just bounce everywhere. Some of it hitting your rather tough scales and just sort of bouncing off into the grass and into the nearby. There's a brief sort of wobbly twitching motion from it. As it collapses, you could see the ground from the hole in its chest. You can see through it.
Okay, Dova?
Yeah?
Is this creature a humanoid?
You said it
Or
was
is it like
insectoid.
It was roughly simian in appearance.
So it's more like a beast.
More like a beast.
Okay.
Kind of like a scyther, sort of looking.
Anyone need chitin for their spells?
Look, Eric, this is another creature you can turn into now.
Yay!
Not that you're ever gonna.
Just try to, turn into it with all the pieces together.
If possible.
I turn kale into things nowadays.
Yeah, I noticed. I'm just glad that the spell magic worked. I half expected it not to. Alright, we
It
march.
wasn't directly a spell, but it was a magic effect that was doing that.
Yes, and the spell magic affects that too.
There you go.
I metaphorically cast haste on the entire party and we move forward.
You metaphorically move along. All right.
Literally.
So, as daylight hypothetically approaches, what would you all perhaps be doing? Setting up
Probably-
camp, I'm guessing.
Probably getting into the tiny hut that Cobalt would be casting.
Yes, my Leoman's tiny hut.
All right. Now that you're outside the walls of your camp, the jungle seems much larger and a bit more untamed than you're used to, and you've really experienced so far. Especially now with the moonlight gone. Oh, that wouldn't make a difference because you sleep during the day, and I keep forgetting that. Do you want to do a watch schedule, or are you just gonna snooze?
Let's still have a watch schedule.
All right. 4 watches, unless you want to do 3.
No, 4.
4. All right. Who's first?
Actually, we'll do 5.
I'm gonna say that I have awful perception, so maybe maybe we should do 4 and me not do it.
All right, I'll do it.
I'll take the last one.
All right.
I
Who's
guess
first
I'll go
watch?
second.
I'm pretty sure every time we've encountered something at night, it was during my watch.
Who's first watch?
I am.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'll do my best. 18.
So, as daylight begins to, as the first rays begin to actually shine their way above the canopy, there's a brief break in the clouds, and you can see sun for the first time in a few. However, that doesn't last very long, and it soon fades, going back behind the cover of the cloud layer above. However, in the distance, as it gets dark again, you can see a brief glowing light, maybe the size of maybe a person, off in the distance between the trees.
I look at it with my spyglass.
All right. Zooming in, you can see a pale spectral visage as this what looks to be perhaps a grizzled man in tattered transparent clothing sort of drift along, eyes completely devoid of emotion.
Now, can I tell the difference between a ghost and this maybe being one of those spirits that Agni is summoning?
You could either do insight or at all.
Because we've killed ghosts before. So if
It's
it looks
true.
different than that, he can make an assumption.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check then.
Alright.
Judging by the description, I feel like he's more likely to tell us we're going to be visited by 3 ghosts rather than attack us.
Well, I figured something out.
Anyways,
There's my 20 for the month.
you get the feeling this ghost has been here for not very long. Its sort of definition is fairly crisp, and you really get the feeling but you almost feel an impending sense of doom for it.
If it's far away, I can probably track it for a little while and see that it's not anchored onto something, right? Like, does it keep going?
You can certainly try to do that.
Alright, he's gonna watch that, but keep his ears out.
All right.
Something you
Uh,
can do.
You watch it wander through the trees, maybe 300 feet away. Eventually, as it gets further and further away, you start to catch less and less glimpses of it. And that's another one of those patches of open sky shines the sun through the canopy. You watch as it fades in a ray of sunlight.
From watching it for however long he did, he's gonna try and see if he can get a rough estimate of the azimuth.
It looks like it was heading north.
All right. I think he'll
Or maybe northeast.
he's gonna make an arrow in sticks right below him, so he knows which way exactly, or actually in rocks, so they don't get kicked over.
You're gonna go over to the last location of him, or just do it inside the camp?
Just like at his feet, he's gonna make like a parallel arrow.
At Riku's current feet, or where the ghost was? Because the ghost was about 300 feet in.
Yeah, at
range.
Raku's feet.
Okay. All right, you do so. And aside from that, nothing really out of the ordinary happens during your watch.
All right, I'm going to inform the next watchman
All right. As of
and
night-
lend them my spyglass in case they see something else.
who's up after him?
Oh, he's on first.
What's on second?
I don't know.
Third base.
Right. Anyways, nothing really out of the ordinary happens in eyesight or earshot through the night. You're still in a rather tame area of the peninsula. As you go further inland, it's going to get more and more gnarly.
So I do have a quick question.
Yes,
Why didn't we just take the airship?
it's a good question.
Because it's broken.
No, we fixed it.
When did we do that?
A while ago.
When the Sky Pirates attacked us and we crash landed on the island?
we didn't crash land.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
you
there
did.
was a big hole in the side that we took all the supplies out of.
And then we fixed it.
Yep.
Oh, this whole time I thought it was immobile.
No.
Yeah, I thought we just kind of lived with it.
No, we can use it anytime we want.
Oh, okay. I thought we built it into the freaking settlement. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
There's a
There is a bit
clearing.
of scaffolding and ramps going up and sort of just supporting it and holding it in place, but you can basically just use it still. It's up to you if you want to keep going on foot.
Well, at this point, you know.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like a giant airship is much easier to notice and subsequently shoot down.
Okay.
Like, it's nice and all, but, you know, it's a large target that doesn't move very fast.
Actually, it moves faster than we do.
It does not move faster than fireballs or lightning bolts.
Well, neither do we.
Not with that kind of mentality.
Exactly.
Raku can dodge out of the way, yes.
We can dodge out of the majority of the damage on a good day.
Anyways, I guess we're continuing.
All right. So, as night falls again, you prepare to move. The non-stop white noise of the insects covering your footsteps just a little as you triaps through the underbrush. Go ahead and give me. Actually, you have the automatic cartographer, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you'll be able to find your way. There is, however, a choice coming up. You are just north of Shilku Bay at this point, right by the mine. You have the choice of going north, cutting through the Valley of Lost Honor for a little bit. You can go over the mountains, which might be a bit treacherous,
And through the woods.
or you could kind of skirt south along the coastline and then cut through the land of ash and smoke. Depends on what you want to do.
So there's north around the mountains, over the mountains, or south along the coast.
Correct.
And
Or
what's
any
the
combination of the two.
and
Right.
what's like above the mountains?
To the north of him,
Yeah.
the Valley of Lost Honor is a land full of spires, and it's just basically a maze of jagged rock, numerous or innumerable passageways, dust storms. In addition, Rock and Sully know that there are a large number of fire newts which live there.
I like the fire newts. They're our friends.
That meeting was fairly amicable, but that might
They
not.
are very good.
They seem friend shaped.
Hmm. Or food shaped, depending on how well the second interaction will go.
Cobalt doesn't like spicy.
You guys gonna maybe?
Yeah,
Some
what's the decision,
killer
guys?
Well, I'm just following you because
Okay.
Rock's gonna hop on top of Ember.
I feel like, given our current situation, the north path might be the best for us, just because they know the salamanders already, and have at least an acquaintanceship with them.
I would agree. Better
Yeah.
to go through an area owned by at least tentative allies than ones we don't know.
Additionally, the other two paths hold a lot more of the unknown than the top one does. Alright, cool. Dova, we go.
Good plan, great plan.
All right.
The best plan.
All right. So I need a bunch of D20s again, maybe from someone else this time.
Come on.
I'll do it. How many?
5.
I rolled more.
Actually, a couple already got it.
Oh,
All right.
I wanted to do it last time, but who stole it?
It takes 4 days, so 1. By the end of this day, you probably make it through the valley, unless you want to go all the way through. If you want to cut into the forest to rest, then you can certainly do that. Otherwise, you will be resting in the middle of the valley. The valley is a crisscrossed maze of sharp, jagged basalt spires. The edges of each individual crevasse are sharp enough that if you lean too heavily on them, they either break or pierce the scales. There is a ever-present smell of sulfur in this area. And every so often in the distance you hear strange vocalizations from various beasts. You don't know what they are, but they sound awfully spooky, especially in the night. All right. Are you going to stop to rest in the valley, or are you going to stop into the forest surrounding it? It might take you a little longer if you stop in the forests. Because you are right at the eastmost sort of clearing in the valley, if you can see where that is.
Let me pull it up. Where at?
I'll zoom in a little bit.
I'll be right back real quick.
All right. Yeah, we're currently where the word honor is, basically.
Okay.
Are you guys just going in complete darkness?
Well, here's the thing: we can camp out in the valley if we want. We don't really have to worry about being seen because Agni knows we're coming. He challenged us.
Mhm.
This isn't necessarily a surprise, at least getting there. Especially since we annihilated his messenger.
Mhm.
So Raku's for either staying in the forest or in the valley.
All right. How about the rest of you?
Eric's would prefer forest.
I figured he would.
Damn Druid.
I
All
mean,
right.
neither place is exactly safe, so either's fine.
So, the transition from the valley to the forest is a rather steep one. So I will need athletics checks to get up there in one piece.
Hey, Dova, how high is it?
It is it's roughly a 60-degree slope for about 1,000 or 2,000 feet.
1,000 or 2,000 feet? I'd rather stay down here. Guys, this valley is a lot more valueless than we thought.
So it is.
Raku just looks at them and looks at the wall and goes, "What's so difficult about that?"
Look, man, I know you like to say I want to acrobatics up this wall rather than I want to athletics up this wall, but you can't always cartwheel up a steep slope.
He points to his slippers.
Cobalt takes the slippers.
You, I don't think you want to try that.
I'd rather just stay in the cavern. I don't feel like doing athletics right now. I'm not gonna do it well.
You bet your ass Raku would acrobatics it if he had the immovable rod.
I
Because
bet
he would do like gymnast flips over it, hit the button, use momentum to fly up, hit the button again.
I'm sure he would. All right, so I guess we're at a tie if Zim really wants to go into the forest. Eric's.
I'm not that beholden. Eric's would just prefer it. Because, he's just more comfortable in that.
Well, it's a long climb, so. Actually, we have Ember. Someone can just hitch a ride and they can just take it one person up at a time. Or we're kobolds, probably take all of us up at the same time.
Wait, what's going on?
We need to climb, what is it, a 2,000-foot mountain?
We don't need
Not a
to.
mountain, but more like a 60-degree slope.
We don't
that's
need
not
to,
bad.
but some of them want to for some reason.
I mean, climbing is good for the body.
Well, isn't it we have to go there regardless? It's whether we sleep in the valley or up there.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Okay, so the options are to somehow climb a 2,000 foot hill or sleep on the bottom.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, we can start climbing the wall. Or I can how many people would fit on Ember?
Probably everybody.
We can just climb on the wall in the morning. Additionally, Ember only needs to carry everyone -1 because Raku has his own special way of getting up the mountain.
Why are you being so pissy?
I'm not actually upset or anything.
Fooled me. Alright, so. Yeah, if we can now, we might as well just all take Ember up and then make camp.
Oh yeah, I'm getting over a sick, so I probably sound a little off. My nose
would,
is all stuffy.
Rock would make sure Ember was okay with this.
Ember seems to be just fine. Even kind of coming down to the ground to perhaps allow you to climb on. And she's been kind of just floating every so often, preferring to.
I didn't mean to do that. I just dragged Ember off the marching order.
Okay,
What
look.
did you
She floats,
Okay.
she floats off.
Recruit.
it?
The bread beater's climbing up the damn mountain.
That's name. Grab it again.
Ember starts to float off into the
Oh
distance.
god dang it.
Alright, well then Raku's gonna reenact the first wall climbing scene from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Very well. And the rest of you four can climb up the slope on Ember's back. Since that gives you a climbing speed, you do a little bit of math here.
I mean, could we just like float up vertically next to it?
Oh yeah.
That's what we're doing.
The climbing speed is at half your movement, correct, Riku? With the gloves?
I gotta
The
find him.
slippers?
I don't think I actually got an item.
Is it the same thing where you gave it to him, you just forgot to identify it or something?
I think so.
They were the slippers.
Slippers of spider climbing. Climbing speed equal to your walking speed. All right.
Alright, so 30.
Can't you double dash?
Yeah.
30 times 2. Oops. $60. So that's 600 feet per minute.
Isn't it 90? 90 per move?
All right, because you get a another
Yeah.
dash with that. So you can make it up there in 2 minutes. Straight up sprinting up the side. All right. A blisteringly fast climb later, you are now at the top, and Riku, you are out of breath.
I was about to say, yeah, Raku's huffing and he's not taking any watches.
Just goes right
Well,
to
be
sleep.
glad you don't have a level of exhaustion.
Everyone took the fucking ski lift up except for Raku.
Why didn't you take the ski lift?
Because Rock kicked me off for some reason. He got mad at me. He was mad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's this meta word?
I don't know.
You're a sorcerer, you know what it is.
I'm only 1/13th sorcerer.
You read
Met-
books.
Man, is that some kind of meat from a pig? That sounds delicious.
No, that's pork.
Menace.
You mean Manos?
Ooh, mammoth. Mammoth is good.
Manos.
Mammoth is good.
Los Manos.
Dover, you're doing an awful job of keeping us on track.
Yeah, I am. Well,
I'll
I'm making the mistake of trusting you.
I'm taking first watch.
All right.
Was there like
Yes.
a cave or something that we saw that we floated up here?
Yeah, you probably would have
Okay.
sort of
I
alcove that you can just perch on.
came back and all I heard, oh yeah, we're climbing a 2,000-foot mountain. Okay. No
Yeah.
questions.
Thumbs up.
Just what
on Ember. Very
Mhm.
easy. But yeah, you are now up and resting.
Hey, Dova.
Yeah?
Could I have given Gestalt one of my shell phones before we left?
Yes, you could have done that.
Okay, cool. He can help keep track of everything. Also, I'm guessing Ember took an extra trip for Iastol. Because I also forgot that we were traveling with her.
Correct. Yes, I also
Oof.
forgot.
It's like a familiar that you don't realize you have until you need it.
I know, right?
Can
Also-
we get Can we get
Also, not rations. I play with him a little bit.
Can we get Ember like a Chinook hook? Crane.
Just a straight up rope.
No, you need the hook.
Mm-mm.
She can just bamf down and bamf back up.
This is true.
Anyways, I'll go ahead and roll a few d20s. The next day, as the night goes by rather uneventfully, you stop.
She rolled 2 sevens
And a 17. And a 1.
and 11.
Yeah. A lot of 7s and 1s. There you go, there's another one.
Anyway.
Our
On your
illustrious
next day,
champion
out
returns.
and about,
Welcome home.
you happen across the tattered remains of camp.
Aw, Ray, you almost made it into the bucket. Then you bounced back out.
What? Oh.
Cam, who was Cam?
What? Camp.
Oh, Camp. I thought you said you find the body of Cam.
No,
I'm like, who's
it's-
Cam?
You're in the tattered remains of a camp.
Okay. Take what I
Um,
say with a grain of like dried salt tonight.
Yeah. Two smaller, from what you can tell, basically just the tent posts remain, while the fluttering, still almost silky white, rather threadbare fabric remains on a much larger third tent. Inside, you can see a few remaining objects and a bit of furniture.
Can I do a perception check to see how old this is?
Go ahead. Uh, 20, maybe. You're not quite sure, but it's hard to tell with this sorts of stuff in an environment so conducive to rot as this.
But it wasn't like last week.
No, it was definitely not last week. It was some time ago.
Okay.
What's everybody doing?
Guys, I know where we are. We're in West Virginia.
Country roads.
Take me home.
I wish that game was better.
Yep.
Me
Same.
too.
Come on, guys. You can only expect so much from a $60 song that came with a free game.
Okay, that was good.
I just got colder from that.
I'm gonna check the biggest tent.
They literally play that song like every 15 minutes on their in-game radio.
Hell yeah.
It's a great song, don't get me wrong,
The
but...
John Denver estate pushing the use of that song. That's what I've heard. Because it showed up in movies too, all at the same time.
Nah, that might be it.
Alright, so Dove, I checked the biggest tent.
So wait,
Alright.
who all found the tent? Was it all of us or?
Everyone
We're
would
all
have seen it.
together.
Oh, okay. I thought we were already starting to watch this. Okay, my bad.
No. This is the next day. Which, by the way, I should be keeping track of how many days it's been.
We'll get there in time.
Oh yeah, probably. Inside the tent, you happen to see the remnants of a writing desk whose legs seem to have collapsed, and a few, or maybe a bedpost or two, and a wardrobe which has almost sunken into the ground, with the doors facing upwards but still closed.
I'm gonna open the wardrobe.
All right. Inside the wardrobe,
There's a bunch of
see
coats and mothballs, but if you push past them, you start feeling a wave of cold. And keeping
No, you
going,
just start to
you
feel-
start feeling
start to feel the
snowflakes.
back wall.
Snowflakes
you-
that are coming from
Yes,
inside
thanks,
the
we get the
wardrobe.
reference.
And eventually you see a light, and there's just this lamppost in the middle
There
of
we go. I muted him.
Thank you, Dova. No one derails the stream as hard as Eric's does.
So
Anyway,
inside the wardrobe,
That is only for tonight.
you sure?
And you know that muting
Anyways,
me here does
you
nothing
Go
for the
over
stream.
to the wardrobe. You grab the handles and kind of pull upwards, and with a very rusty creaking noise, it opens up, and inside, you see the tattered remains of what looks to be a fur coat, and you also see a strangely simple shirt with some sort of a design painted on the other side. You're not sure what. You can just see the backside of it.
Can I take the shirt out and look at the other side?
Sure. You kind of pull it out and shake it off a bit, and you turn it around, and it's a symbol which looks to be an explosive.
Oh, great.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, grab the dexterity. Oh, I guess it rolled already. I'm gonna lucky that.
All right.
Damn it. Wait, that's a
That's a
constitution check.
Constitution check.
Thank
Come
God. Okay, so Fancy Grounds is messing up because I keep grabbing the dice and it's pulling the whole thing instead.
Oh yeah, that sucks. I hate when that happens. Nice. That'll
I'll do one more. I'll save one.
do one more.
Yeah, I'll
See
save
what
one lucky
happens.
charge. There we go.
There you go. All right, you're gonna take half damage. All right, you take 11 points of fire damage as the rune on the shirt explodes, throwing you back a few feet, kind of sprawling onto the grass, as well as the top of the tent, which gets kind of bundled up and thrown through the air and just sort of starts to flutter back down, a scorched hole burnt through the middle. A flock of birds in a nearby tree suddenly take flight at the sudden crack and fly off into the distance, kind of dispersing into the canopy.
Hey Dova, what level is explosive rune?
It's a glyph of warding with it's a level 3 spell.
I honestly could have counterspelled that maybe.
Good.
Maybe that's only when it's cast.
Yeah, it was cast a long time ago.
Upon hearing that explosion, Raku remembers that this camp is much like the last camp that they were at,
It's very similar to the last camp you were at.
and so he puts
And the
in
one
that
before that.
he puts in the weird pipe and uses the coin to light it. The one that gave him some weird effect at the last camp, just to see what it does here.
Don't forget
Alright.
to put on the helmet.
The helmet is different.
Mm.
Lighting up the pipe, you take one drag of the tobacco that you've kept in there. And it tastes kind of funky. It's been in there for a little bit too long, but it's
I mean, he
still
would
rather-
have repacked it with more
Yeah.
Maria's hand.
Oh, okay. It's fairly good. You don't smoke very often, but it is sort of a soothing activity. And as you puff out a few clouds, you gain a sudden intuition, something. You don't quite know what it is, but you find yourself kind of drawn towards that bookshelf. Or, sorry, the writing desk. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I open the drawer and find more tobacco. 34.
34. Wow. Driven by this sudden intuition, you head over to the desk. You open the drawers slightly. You don't actually look inside, but you open them all to a slightly different length.
Okay.
And
Tumblers.
correct. You hear a muted thump as a hidden compartment on the bottom of the desk kind of swings open. And kind of pushing the doors, swinging them up to the side, you see fastened to the underside of this hidden compartment is a small, rather thin tin container. Kind of looks like a very thin case for maybe playing cards. That sort of size.
Oh. All right. I'm sure with that investigation check, do I examine that drawer for more runes, or do I have to? You want me to roll again?
You would not find any.
All right. He is going to he is going to ground himself with his meteoric bayonet and then open it in case that these are the deck of many things. Hoping that this bayonet cancels out any magic he might activate just by looking.
It is not, in fact, that. However, you do find a small. It looks like a very thin metal foil, very thin metal sheets wrapped around. You kind of shake it around. It kind of sounds like it would be tobacco of some sort. And as you kind of peer in, you make you kind of unfold one of the sides, as it's kind of just folded and crimped over. You uncrimp it and kind of open it up and smell it. It's something very, very different. It's not tobacco. It's not any sort of smoke. I think.
Do I
Probably.
recognize it at all from
You probably
Photo's
would.
guide?
Actually, you would recognize it from back when you lived. You were in Baldur's Gate, correct? Or you were in
Yeah.
Water. You would recognize this as tea. A very, very nice, sort of fragrant smelling tea. You don't know the exact name of it or where it comes from, but it smells vaguely familiar, but just sort of delicious all the same.
There's a slight urge in the back of his mind to throw it in the river.
You feel rather independent now, so that urge sort of fades away.
He's a strong and independent kobold.
All right, he stops smoking the pipe. He
Great
kind of like
fun!
shakes off that
Right.
weird effect. And then he puts the tea in the gilded lockbox that he has on him.
All right. Go ahead and add maybe 2 ounces of expensive tea.
You should
Alright.
drink that. Maybe it'll give you visions.
Mm.
I'll do that at the next camp.
If there is a next
Lucas.
game.
Hold on.
Hello, Lucas.
Hello,
Hello.
Hello?
Mr. Obama.
Hello? Oh,
Mr.
Hello.
Obama,
Hello, please. I'm waiting. Hello.
I'm gonna say the N-word.
I don't think we're on the same page, though. I don't think we're referencing the
Mrs.
same
Obama,
thing.
get down.
now I'm thinking of the gang of Always Sunny. The gang turns black.
Oh yeah.
I want to say the N-word. Don't say it. I want to say the N-word.
Is it in this camp? Is it just the tent?
Correct. It's just the two the sites where 2 tents would have been, and the larger tent, which has now had the actual fabric blown off by an explosion of rather concussive fire, in which the middle of was cobalt. Not
Is
really
there
the
any-
middle, but the outskirts.
Is
I'm
there
not in the
any,
middle anymore.
bodies or anything like that? Just empty camp.
No,
Hmm.
you would not really see that at all.
Oh, he looks sad that he can't collect.
So wait a minute. Is this the same, like, Chief Explorer that I've
You
been
think
following?
so? Yes. You think this is indeed a camp of Sir Hammer?
Sir, who?
I'm sorry, not Sir Hammerlock. Someone else.
I caught that. I was like,
I
was
just
that,
see
was
Sir
that his name?
Hammerlock. I was like,
Was that
yes,
his
yeah, that's
name the whole
probably his name.
time?
It's not Sir Hammerlock.
I know you gave him a name
It
before.
is
so-
Sir Charles Hammers.
Okay.
It's very similar, but it is indeed
They're
Sir
cousins.
Charles Hammersworth. Yes.
Huh, this is interesting that instead of packing up their last camp, they just built an entire new one.
Very rich explorer.
Does he have any more journals I can read?
I mean, that's
Uh,
literally what I do in every video game survival one ever.
You would not find any journals at this camp, fortunately.
Alright. Yes, but you see, Zim, you bring a table to my house every time you come over.
True. Hey, I come prepared.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask Sora what happened here because I don't think Rock was there for the last camp.
You're gonna ask Sora about it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. She is going to take a few moments to say, one of the camps of a prestigious explorer in the old world.
I like how Sora went from being your patron to Google.
They actually.
Hey, Sora, what's this about? Hey, Sora, can you send an email for me?
Okay, we both know Rock is barely right. He's forbidden to touch the floor plans.
Okay, how would you like me to word that email?
No, that's what he. That's what he has the unseen servant for.
Because that's how it is now. It's just you're just talking. It's not bad. I think it's funny. You
Hey,
were
Sora.
very dependent on your patron.
Hey,
Computer.
Sora, what is my name?
Ask the DM what the range of fireball is.
120 feet.
No,
Oh,
no.
Dova.
You were
What?
wrong.
All right, that's it.
160 sounds odd.
Siri, you.
No, it's
condescending
150, and that was Alexa.
Nope, it's 120. That's what I said.
Well, did you ask? Did you
Got
specify 5?
him.
Computer, ask the
Specify
DM
5e?
what the range of a fireball is.
150 feet.
Alexa's
is this,
wrong because
Is this 5th
first of all,
edition?
I say it's 120 feet right now.
Is this 5th edition now?
So you're overruling
Yeah.
the book as DM.
Yeah,
So you're abusing
correct.
your power.
Using my, not abusing. All right, this is literally in the DM license. Anyways, the rest of the day goes without much interruption.
Computer, ask
You-
the DM who Helm is.
I swear to God.
You have asked the DM enabled. Do you want to open it?
Oh, no. I was hoping she might work for that.
Right. So, the rest of the day goes fairly uneventfully. You do have fleeting glimpses of beasts moving in the tree line far beyond your range. Every so often, you'll hear the cry of an animal, maybe half a mile away. There's a very strange phenomenon that's been happening lately, where your just sort of magical aura has driven a lot of the magic averse beasts of the wild away. A lot of animals will have this sort of innate sense of magical smell. And it seems that the amount of magical items and just magic that you guys are constantly slowly emitting is acting as a repellent of some sort. It won't stop any of the larger, more vicious beasts and undead, but it stops most of the mundane stuff. And Cobalt, with the amount of magic kind of steeping from you, you find that the insects don't really bother you too much.
Sweet.
However, every once in a while you do get these iridescent, jewel-looking beetles that are just insistent, vicious little buggers. They'll make their way under your cloak and just start to bite at your scales and almost like a tick, just sort of hang on. They're about the size of a dime.
I don't like it.
No, it's very painful.
Does the Karkara blast them off?
Yes, but not after they've already drawn a bit of blood.
That's so sad.
It's not going to be actual HP damage, but it's demoralizing. How about that?
That's so sad.
takes
Sora
about-
play Despacito.
This is definitely not epic, gamers.
Hey Sora, how do I remove magic ticks?
Just not have blood.
Okay, I'll work on that.
There you go.
I can help with that.
Sora, show me Street View of Neverwinter.
Anyways, by the end of this day, you would make it to the foothills of the Peak of Flame. You would make it into that little clearing just west of the land of ash and smoke, and directly east of the Valley of Lost. Can't really ping it, but you are there. As you pack up and rest for the night, there's a very uneasy energy in the air, almost like the sound of distant thunder. Just a constant, quiet rumbling that you can slightly feel through the ground.
Raku plugs his ear holes trying to tune out AC/DC. 'Cause there's probably
Uh,
just a show playing in the volcano. You can just hear from the smoke goes thunder.
One of those beetles burrows in your scales, Raku.
Oh, that's not cool.
No, and you eventually kind of rip it off, but it hurt and it surprised you, and it made you gave you the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, you mean that feeling when like there are no bugs around, but someone starts talking about bugs crawling on your body, and then you start feeling them even though they're not there?
Yes.
Descriptive.
Thanks.
So,
Sora, what's an all-natural remedy for bug spray?
you hear Sora in your head, Rock, as you hear Rikuku ask the question. She said, "I feel like I'm being overutilized. Maybe below my
Well,
pay grade as
Well, obviously not. You haven't helped us with a single thing so far.
Raku doesn't know about Sora.
I know.
Yeah.
Como doesn't know like Sword answers questions.
Just Rock has a random spur of information out of nowhere.
I just love making the Sora Siri parallel.
just doing that to her. I shall
See, now-
become the stream master now. As Razim is away for the moment. Bask in my excellence.
Currently basking.
Baskin
I'll
has
still
been
be able
acquired.
to hear, you know.
Slash Bask.
We're taking camp.
Correct. At the foothills of the Peak of Flame. You
Um,
reckon you can reach the tunnel that you guys had scouted out in maybe 5 hours or so.
How's Ember looking?
Ember's looking fairly content but hungry. You guys haven't
Mm.
really had a campfire going for the past few nights.
I'm gonna grab some shrubbery and burn it for her.
All right. You make a small
Wait.
fire and what?
Why haven't we been having a campfire?
It's been daylight when you guys have been resting, and you guys have been inside your bubble.
Well, I guess that's a good point.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Survival.
Yes, it is fairly damp.
Who do you want that for?
All right.
Just him?
You managed to eventually light the and after a while, the fire burning. Ember keeps kind of snacking on the charred wood and ashes, and eventually seems a little bit more content.
Rock will never get old about feeding fire to his fire horse.
Yeah.
Hey Dova, is it possible is it possible to lob a firebolt? Like, can I just toss a firebolt to Ember as like a snack?
No. Say no.
Oh.
It's not. A firebolt is a lot. It's really tuned to be an offensive attack spell sort of
It's
thing.
an aggressive energy.
Yes, very aggressive energy, and once you kind of release it, it's very hard to give it sort of a very soft trajectory.
Do not throw fire at my fire pony.
Hey, I didn't attempt to. I just wondered if it was a good idea, and I decided no. Thanks to the infinite universe giving me
Yes.
information about the universe.
Alright.
I would take first watch again.
All right.
My burning pony, my burning
What is
pony.
this song? I like it. Music.
My burning pony.
Good. Huh.
That's already a thing. It's Apocalypse Pony. It was on Robot Chicken.
Oh, I'd never.
Ember would be like what? War?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, war is usually the one that's on fire.
Looks pretty cool. Right. Who's taking the last watch?
Raku was tired, so he wasn't doing that.
Ugh.
I can if no one else wants to.
All right. Sully,
Yes.
as night begins to fall again on the towering pillar of smoke and rock, on the wind, you begin to hear sounds. First off in the distance, you hear a couple of voices. And you can hear just to the side of you, maybe 20 feet from your camp, you hear the slow clop of a horse making its way across the arid
horse.
landscape. Yes. But you look over, you see nothing.
Interesting. He'll go get Rock up.
All right. Rock, you are awoken.
Mm-hmm.
And around you, you start to hear these faint noises. You hear footsteps sort of coming from the jungle behind you and passing you, heading towards that volcano. You even hear the quiet fluttering that you associate with the rippling of the cloth of an airship faintly in the wind. The noise seems to drift down towards the ground in the foothills, and you hear the distinct noise of wood kind of clashing against the rock as it beaches itself.
So I didn't see anything. I just heard it.
Correct. And it is
Uh,
still somewhat light out, but the sun is dipping below the canopy.
how far did it seem away?
Maybe it passed by maybe 100 feet above, and then it touched down. You think you heard the wood, and there was a decent gap between the last time you could hear the fluttering of the cloth, since it's fairly quiet, between the time you heard the wood hitting the rocks. But I think the wood hit the rocks maybe 3 feet away from you towards the volcano.
I'm gonna hop on Ember, look at Sully, and tell them, keep an eye out, wait the group, I'll be back. And he's gonna go do recon.
Before you go, I have an idea about what this is.
He stops.
I'm thinking this might be the echoes, the last moments of every other person who's gone to that volcano and died.
He tilts his head and thinks for a second, and nods and just smiles. And he'll like, I'll be back.
You hear a female voice chuckle at a joke, maybe 50 feet away.
I'm gonna go pop my head into the ethereal plane.
All right. As you sort of spur Ember into the ethereal plane, you are met with this blinding column of light, and this strange noise. It sounds as though you're underwater. Just this constant roaring flame coming from the pillar of light. Ember is on the verge of spooking. clearly distressed by just this phenomenon.
I'm gonna
It's
try.
notably more powerful than the last time you actually saw the column in the ethereal plane.
Hmm. So it's grown stronger since then.
Correct. It also seemed to be almost quaking, maybe even unstable with the amount of power that it currently has.
I'm gonna pet her, give her some reassuring words, just like quickly look around where that sound was coming from.
All right. As you look down towards the ground, you see not ghosts, but barely even wisps. These vaguely humanoid shapes making their way from the forests, from the clearing up the foothills towards that entrance into the volcano. It's hard to count how many there are, but you think there has to be at least 200, maybe even 250.
Anyone
all
I
shapes and
recognize?
sizes. No, you don't recognize any of them. Actually, you would recognize 4. These ones are more distinct, more sharp than the rest. And you can see the vague shape of gender, but you can tell their mannerisms, the kind of the way they walk. And you would definitely recognize these as joined you for dinner about 7-ish days ago.
Would I see where like their ship landed, or I just see their echoes, quote unquote, go?
You would just see their echoes sort of making their way up the mountainside, maybe 1,000 feet east from the campsites in the foothills.
Okay. I'll watch them for a little bit, and then pop back out.
All right. After a little while, they kind of go outside your range, sort of fade into the mist that prevents you seeing anything in sharp detail past maybe 2,000 feet.
I'll go back to Sully and tell her, looks like our party crashers came up this side, and point to where I saw them.
Interesting. Should we wake up everyone else? Rest is important, but
I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Alright.
He's gonna go. We can wait for the others. It's probably best to go in as a team right now,
yeah.
considering what happened to us last time.
All right. Eventually, you all wake naturally. Just your circadian rhythms, and Sully, you would eventually just kind of go back to, not Sully, Rock, if you want to gain the full rest.
Yeah.
In his oat sack.
All right. Instead of a sleeping bag.
It's the oat sack, partly filled with dried oats. He sleep chews. Much.
All right. So, you awake the next morning. Sorry, evening. I always keep forgetting that. But yeah, you are now up, rested, ready to go. I'll go ahead and give you one last long rest.
How far are we away from the entrance?
Maybe 5 hours walking.
Okay. When we get closer, I'm gonna pull my axe out and get ready.
All right.
Possibly ready in action.
So, everybody here?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. You start to head towards the volcano, I'm assuming.
You gave me a long rest, but my HP didn't max out.
Huh?
Never mind. I'm dumb. I didn't do the wounds thing.
Okay. Sully and Rock, you lead the rest to the entrance.
Yep.
The entrance itself is a corridor into the volcanic stone. It would be small for one of the larger races, but it's fairly roomy for. Ember would not fit though, so.
That's fine.
All right.
However, I am
Ember
going
outside?
to.
Yeah, I'll tell her
Yes.
wait outside, light her a little fire.
All right. You light her a fire a decent way.
Yeah, where she feels comfortable.
All right. She seems to feel comfortable as long as she's not zero.
Understandable. I'm gonna throw a rock down the hole too.
Down the hole?
Yeah, down the entrance.
Oh, okay. The rocks clatter off the side of the stalls without much anything unexpected
Does it-
happening.
Does anyone have light? The cantrip?
I have a coin. Still.
Oh,
I mean-
Cobalt. Now that we're here, there's that thing I wanted to do.
Okay.
This is where I was at last time. Now, I'm going to cast skill empowerment on Cobalt. You are now double proficient with Arcane.
Sweet.
Excuse me?
Skill empowerment. It's a level 5 spell.
Really?
Yes,
Well, does it require concentration at all?
it does.
How long
And
does it
touch.
last?
It lasts an hour.
Go and
Sweet.
just remember that you are concentrating on that.
Yep. And I will present the tuner.
I'm gonna immediately get behind him.
If I can just make him worry a little bit, I'll consider this a victory. You
Alright,
ready,
cool.
Cobalt?
I am very ready. He rubs his hands together, and arcane sparks jump between them.
I'm planting my feet.
All right. Let's begin this.
Do you have a particular song in mind?
I do not. Because this is just like... This is like trying to take the foundation out from under the Tower of Babel. But I think there's maybe a 2% chance that we can do it.
Improv. Let's do this.
Yes! Alright, so... Does anything happen if we do put spell slots into the tuner?
I have no idea. I don't think we've actually used the tuner the way it was meant to be used yet.
Not at all. Probably. We've not had too many chances to really experiment with it. Because we've just not had...
We've had canonical practice with it. It's like you
Yes.
said, I practiced with the tuner, but we haven't actually used it in game.
Yeah, we've not used it very much. There's just not been a lot of magical anomalies that we need to, like, purify or whatever. Or calm down.
Hmm.
So, I'll be relying on your experience.
All right, well.
Well, let's begin then.
What will you be trying to do?
We are at the base of this tower of
Volcano.
soul sucking.
You're,
Or at least
you're on the
nearby.
exterior. You're on the exterior of the volcano, basically in the mountainside.
Well, I can
The
still
area
fiddle with
around
it from here.
the area around you is covered in rather sharp rocks and gravel. About maybe 15 degrees slope, which kind of increases to sheer cliffs near the mouth of the volcano. And the entrance itself is a small, rough passage. Almost looks like a natural fissure through the rock. You see mostly darkness, but you can see a very, very dim, orangish, lava-like light through it.
Hmm. What if we just try to destabilize the hold the magic has on the souls?
You could certainly try, though with the amount of power that you've sort of observed flowing through it, if you slip up, it's going to be catastrophic.
Hmm. Well, I didn't say stop it entirely, but Well, what do you want to do, Sully? This is your idea.
Well,
You already cast a spell.
yes, I did. I was thinking the first time, try to calm it. What would happen if we made it go a little wild? Loosen the
in-
seams.
I basically what I said, destabilize it.
Yes.
Ah, yes, the wizard term and the bard term.
So, shall we?
Yeah, it's not. We're not trying to stop it entirely. Just weaken the magic that is affecting them. See what happens.
Yep, this is basically experimenting.
See. Go ahead. Oh. I've crashed TeamViewer. Let's try that again.
Why did you crash team?
I don't know.
You should get your team viewer license revoked
Why? I don't
because
want
you crashed. At least take a few weeks to go back to the crash viewer. I messed up. The words didn't come out correctly.
You had it, then you lost it.
Exactly.
Get it together.
Something about team viewer school, driving school.
Hmm
Get it together, man.
You get it together, DM.
Right, so as you begin to play a weaving song to weaken the magic's effects on souls, go ahead and give me a performance check and an arcana check.
Performance first.
Yes, performance first.
Sully.
Yep. Alright, performance first. Let's go. I'd like to do that. Thank you.
That's actually good.
Yes, it's good, but it could be better.
If you say so.
That's more like it.
How do you get a plus 16?
I have double proficiency. Plus,
Yeah,
it's
that's
my highest stat.
Do you have a plus 6 in charisma?
My instrument gives me a +1.
Okay, that makes sense then. That's where the
Alright.
extra one was coming from.
Go ahead and give me an arcana check.
Do I get advantage or something because you rolled high on the performance, or is that independent?
That's independent. You are
Remember, you have double proficiency.
Yeah, I know. I added it. That's not... What? Stop, please.
Eh?
I know. Fancy grounds. That seems
Very
good.
nice. Yeah, let's
Alright.
do that.
So, as you begin to weave an arcane song, the energy around you, this blinding, dense column of these threads, each of which seems to be the width of a tree trunk here, resonates and vibrates along with the song just slightly.
Sully's
The-
playing the threads like a harp.
Mhm.
Yep.
However, the threads around those, the ones seemingly warding them, seem to vibrate alarmingly harsher and harsher, uh, becoming more and more energetic. Thankfully, your Sully seems to be a bit experienced with this phenomena and steps in at just the right moment to prevent them from cascading and, well, striking him with lightning. Um, However, even with masterful effort from outside, um, it seems that a lot of these words and magics were designed so that it would not be an easy task to disable them even from the inside. From the outside, it seems that it may be close to impossible. However, you think you do manage to stop the attractive effect it has on souls that die nearby. So that if your soul might come out of your body right here, you might be able to escape. You think?
I call that a win.
Yeah, that went a lot better than I thought it would. Nice. High five.
Koval tries to high five him with his tail like Rock does.
Excellent. Snack.
Gotta train them young.
You did great, Cobalt. Gosh, I
Alright,
wonder
so I
how
guess-
mad he'll be once he finds it.
Alright, so I guess we're going in.
Oh yeah. My experiment had an effect. Like I said, there's like a 2% chance we did it, and I think we did it.
There's a 2% chance of doing anything.
Yeah,
I just wanted something to happen.
me too.
Alright, forward march.
Forward march.
Wasting
I'm
10
also-
time.
I'll just leave that concentration spell up go. That spell going. Why not?
Sure.
Magic Savant Cobalt.
Mhm.
I would lead
All right.
with weapon drawn.
Heading through the
Oh,
tight
hold
gap.
on. Oh, wait, is this the entrance to the cave yet?
Correct, it is. You were
I'm gonna wave
standing
my
about
wand of
30 feet
I'm gonna
from
wave my wand of secrets.
and it looks for secret entrances.
I know it does that. Let me make sure real quick. I'll check
Do you
it.
have it on you, or is
Yeah,
this...
this is my focus.
Okay.
Spend one of his charges, and if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, it pulses and points to the one nearest to you.
for magical traps and doors and such?
Well, secret doors or traps.
Okay.
I figured near the entrance would be the best place to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Raku wants to try racing the wand with a 25.
Why you gotta one up me, man? Just let me do my thing.
Fucking base 25. Wait, why was that? Oh, yep, there it is. Oh, it's because of observant. Oh, jeez, and that's not even one of my good stats.
Alright, do I get anything, Dovo?
Cobalt and Raku, you would both see that there's the telltale signs of magic reconstruction of this area. It seems that at some point in the past, damage was done and then repaired. It looks seamless to the untrained eye to the unobservant eye, but if you look closely, you can determine that it was retouched at some. There's small voids which have been sort of patched over. You can actually kind of poke your finger through and see that there's nothing inside except for what looks to be maybe the mark of a pickaxe that's just kind of been smoothed over with a very thin sheet of magically produced stone.
Cool. Let's fiddle around with it and see if there's a secret door here.
That you wouldn't happen
It
to
w-
find secret doors.
It would
Hmm.
be. This was filled in. It's not necessarily an entrance, but we might be able to bust into somewhere.
More of this whole entrance seems to be natural, but it's been damaged. What seems to be very often, thus has been repaired from time to time.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so
Alright,
there's gotta lead.
I think,
There's gotta lead.
Rock was heading in.
Raku wants to jab at the magically produced rock with his meteoric bayonet.
I'm also gonna conjure a
It
pickaxe
just
and hit
kind
it.
of crumbles. It's very thin, and basically
Oh.
it's just meant to be appearance based.
Uh,
It's
That's what I
almost
thought, that's what I
like
thought.
it's almost like the consistency of dried out clay, and a very thin sheet, except it's stone. The only real magic thing about it is that it was stretched out in this manner.
So it's
I'm
like
gonna-
Foil.
it's just like sheetrock.
I'm gonna call Rock
Pretty
right back
much.
over here.
I
That
stopped
looks
mid-step.
almost indistinguishable from the cave wall.
And tell him we found a secret.
Secret, secret, we found a secret.
I
I'd
really
turn
want to do something with this bayonet because it has some really special property, and the only thing I've done was flustered Shaluth.
I turn around, and
Well,
walk towards the group,
I
and raise
mean,
an eyebrow.
Agni didn't like it when you stabbed him with it. Not at
Huh?
all. Agni didn't like it when you stabbed him.
Oh, that's
first
true.
time.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Like the stronger your affiliation with magic, the worse you enjoy this metal.
Yeah.
So yeah, just remember that he did not like it at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So what's down this way, Dova? The secret passage.
First of all, you called Rock back to tell him something.
Yep.
Yeah, it's when we found the secret passage.
Do I see a secret passage?
No.
I raise an eyebrow.
Wait, there's not a hole there now?
There's a very, very small hole. It's about like, you know what pickaxe is, right? It's basically marks made by like a pickaxe or maybe a other iron tool. Basically been smoothed out to and kind of covered with these very small voids.
So it's like pitted with the pickaxe, or
Not necessarily pitted, but there are small marks that have been repaired by this very thin, magically procured
Okay.
stone. There are no
I don't
secret
see-
passages.
it's just
Why do-
upkeep. It's
Yeah,
like they
the
put
wand
a
of
fresh
secrets
coat
were-
of paint on it because the furniture scraped the walls.
Well, then
Pretty much.
why would the Wand of Secrets tell me this?
Because there were an awful lot of these small, like, divots.
And the
You would
wand
definitely been
considers those
able to
secret
tell them
passages?
apart. You would have definitely been able to tell them apart from secret passages. That's what it would have shown you.
The wand
mean-
doesn't necessarily know what's a secret. It just tells you where something is.
Well,
Correct.
yeah, but it points out secret doors and traps. Or yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
raise
this was magical material versus the rest of the natural mountain, so that's why I pointed it out.
guess.
I still look confused as to what I'm supposed to be looking at.
Anyway,
I don't know.
move on.
I pat Kobold on the head as I turn around and start leading down the path.
All right.
Wand of
Path
Secrets is a
is
lie.
roughly level. It has a few ups and downs, but keeps roughly on the same sort of altitude. The inside of the cave is the passage is unremarkable, save for the fact that it has been touched up. And after a little bit of walking, maybe 10 minutes of going through this passage, you come through to the interior of the volcano. On the inside of the volcano wall, the lava is fairly deep down. You kind of look over the edge very cautiously, still staying kind of close to the wall. Looking over the edge, you can see that you're about maybe 500 to 1,000 feet above the lava. The smoke rising off of it starts about 10 feet away from the ledge.
Dova, I'm so glad you said lava, because there was a thought that crossed my mind that could have ended so badly.
You were gonna jump, weren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe.
Raku is gonna pull an oldie but a goodie. He's gonna switch to Volcyrus to keep on hand, and then he's gonna go about 15 feet back from the party, and then stealth.
All right.
He's so stealthy he vanished from history itself.
Can I get a perception check from everyone?
Yes. Where'd Raku go? What?
Not for that.
Who?
Somehow.
20 or 18.
All right, Rock.
Mm-hmm.
You would be able, actually, Rock and
Good.
You'd be able to see that down near the surface of the lava, there is a definitely out of place platform. You can see in the bright lights the shimmer of some sort of metal gilding this stone platform near the surface.
Raku's gonna use the
with
spyglass
tunnel,
to check it out.
along with the tunnel leading into the interior. You don't really see a door at all.
I'm gonna frown as I point that out with my tail.
Raku's gonna use the spyglass to get a closer look.
Spyglass, you'd be able to see that it is indeed the entrance into something. You can't see the door from here as it's kind of covered up by the rest of the mountain, but you see there is definitely a tunnel leading into the base of the volcano. From the
So there's
inside.
something shiny.
Yes, it seems that the stone, polished stone platform is gilded with some sort of silvery blue metal.
What's above us?
Is it something that Raku's familiar with? Since he's probably peddled all sorts of metal.
Likely, yes. You believe this to be maybe platinum.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, what?
Platinum. Sorry.
There's a platform lined with platinum.
Correct.
Alright. I will relay this to the group. How far down is that platform?
Down to the surface of the lava, so about 500 feet.
It's at the surface of the lava, so we wouldn't really survive down there.
It is just about directly below you. It's slightly offset to one side from this little alcove that you're standing and observing in. But with a long enough rope, you theorize that you could probably drop right down on top of it.
No, I just meant I don't know how much into physics we're getting. That close to lava would fry you.
Oh yeah.
Can I do a perception check?
What you looking for?
I want to see if there's any. Yes. Perceive the physics. No, I want to see if there's any recent activity down here.
Sure.
We're here.
Hmm. You don't see any signs that are easily visible. However, you get the feeling that there ought to be some signs of all the people who come down here.
I'm gonna start making my way slowly towards the ramp, and I'm gonna cast detect magic as I do.
All right. You sure?
Yes, I
All
am.
right. Your sense of magic is just blinded as that column of magic is about within arm's reach for you. Coming out of the center of that volcano. And as you kind of blink your eyes, trying to close them, even though it doesn't do anything, because you can kind of see through your eyelids this amount of magic. You manage to kind of see towards the bottom, and you see that all of the magic is sort of flowing out through this tunnel, sort of bouncing around at the bottom of the chamber and then funneling itself upwards.
You uttered my favorite words, Dova. Are you sure? It's the greatest words ever.
Speaking of which, could I get a... Would that be? Constitution saving throw.
From who?
Rock.
Is this magic related?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
Not
I just asked
directly
because
magic related. Yeah.
I just asked because of the cloak.
Yeah. The absolutely overwhelming sensation of all this magic around you and just directly observing all this magic has left your knees kind of rubbery, and you kind of stumble once but manage to sort of brace yourself against the solid rock wall behind you.
Ooh, that could have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
I act like nothing happens. As I point down there, going, that's where we gotta go, and start leading the way.
All right. Where are you guys gonna get down there?
It's the edge we're on. It doesn't go down there. It's just kind of stops where we're at.
Dova.
Correct. Yes.
Can I retcon something?
What are you on?
Like during the preparation while we were going here, Raku would have had a spell ring charged with he would have asked someone to charge it with haste.
All right. Sounds reasonable.
Or just have it filled with, I don't know what level haste is.
I think that's I believe.
I'm gonna start climbing down.
All right. There's relatively few handholds.
Actually, no. Second thought. I'm gonna cast Spider Climb because I keep forgetting I have that.
All right. Go ahead and mark that off. How long does it last?
It lasts 1 hour.
1 hour. That should be enough time to make it down there. Should be more than enough. All right. What about everybody else?
I guess I'll follow him.
All right, you've got the spider climb.
Slippers.
Eric's will shake himself out of his daze and follow
Yeah,
along.
you've been kind of just almost catatonic from this just surge of magic as you made your way out into the sort of the mouth of the volcano. But you're slowly getting a hold of it and focusing now.
Now, Dova.
How does Cobalt feel about it?
Could you give me a Constitution saving throw? Hub?
Me?
Yeah.
Why would you grab the whole character sheet? There you go.
Shuddering.
That's a number.
There's an awful lot of magic in here, and if you had hair, it would be standing on edge. There's this overwhelming scent of sulfur ozone.
I know that smell pretty well.
And every so often you feel a shudder sort of run its way from the tip of your tail up to the base of your neck.
Can I peek into what the astral plane is like in here? Not the ethereal, but the astral.
Sure.
I want to see how much the effects of the material plane affect the astral plane in the same area, if at
So,
all.
As soon as you make your way into this, you sort of disappear into the astral plane. You're greeted with a very disconcerting falling sensation.
Interesting.
You look towards where you're falling and you see this well, it looks like it's hundreds of miles away. And you're just at the edge of it, starting to slowly get sucked. You catch it just in time that you're able to sort of fall back out of it. But you still feel that almost cosmic wind pushing past you as it gets sucked into the vortex. At the center of it, it kind of curves away from sight and you can't see the bottom.
Interesting. That's kind of terrifying. I'm going to come back.
All right.
That was good to know. I rolled strength by accident. Is there any
So,
way to
Cobalt,
automatic? Yeah.
You are greeted by nothing in front of you save empty air and the sight of lava below. And you realize you're standing on solid ground, but as you kind of lean backwards, you feel the ground give way slightly beneath your feet, and a very heavy metal hand sort of grab your shoulder and kind of pull you back a few inches.
Is it Rockra?
It is I.
Just
Yeah.
I think.
Careful
So we're
with
jumping.
all this. Careful with all that demand.
He rubs the back of his head sheepily.
As you take a step back, your knees almost collapse under you as kind of the
I feel
height-
gravity again.
the gravity gets back to you as you realize how far up you actually were and just at the very, very edge.
Oh, jeez. So is everyone jumping down or finding their way down this thing?
Correct. I believe Sully, Eric's, and you, as well as Istal, are the ones who still need your way down.
All right. Is it possible to just jump and feather fall down there?
That would definitely be possible. It's close enough that, and the platform's large enough that you don't really have to worry too much about your jump.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
All right.
Are we in consensus? Everyone else who's still up here?
I believe the only people on top
Yep.
is Sully and Eric's,
Oh,
both
yeah,
of
I'm
which
down.
are indicated as AFK.
Great. Let's
fantasy.
all
I'm
just
not
I have-
actually.
I'm currently racing Raku down the mountain.
All right.
I will follow.
All right.
You mean you're
have,
gonna feather fall?
I don't have that, but
Do you have feather? Well, they're using spider climb to run down the wall.
good point. You know what
Turn
I
into
will
a
do?
spider.
What?
Your favorite spell, Dova.
Giant owls.
You gonna use one of those animals to fly your way down there?
Giant owls.
All right.
I feel like it'd be
Which-
safer just to jump in Featherfall, but okay.
I don't have Featherfall.
I have Featherfall. It's
You
target
never-
6 people.
Sully?
Then I will use Featherfall. You didn't... You... Never mind.
Hey Dova, did I
It's not
mention
worth it.
Featherfall and also Featherfalling Sully and Eric's?
No, I didn't hear it.
Don't
What did
remember,
I
but
ask?
you might have just said it quiet.
Okay.
You said
I
that
said
you
it-
were
Same time as
featherfalling
someone else.
yourself.
No, I asked if Featherfall was an option, and Featherfall targets up to 6 people. Anyway, let's do it.
As you all are kind of jumping and making your way down, Ayastal kind of looks over to the wall, the volcano wall, just to the on one side edge platform you're on. She kind of reaches up with her claw and pokes at some of the rock and finds that there are a number of holes for pythons that have been concealed under this rock.
Hello.
That'll be
But,
useful if we need to get out.
And as she
Unless
sees
you-
you all kind of jumping down, she overhears Cobalt kind of talking about the feather fall and kind of taps him on the shoulder before he jumps.
Okay, I stop.
You mind if I taking that as well?
Of course.
Alright.
I thought you were.
Just making sure. And she jumps along with you.
Great. I mean, I can understand her concern, honestly.
Yes, quite.
As you're plummeting down to the platform, you cast a spell, and there's a fluttering sensation as your fall slows. And there's a brief moment of just pure panic as a updraft kind of pushes you back out or over the lava, for another draft kind of pushes you back towards the wall. And eventually, at about the same time, considering fall speed and such, you kind of make it down to the main platform. Inside, or on the platform, it's impeccably smooth, but searingly hot. The fact that there's lava within stone's throw distance is probably the reason. And it's just not a very fun place to be for a long time.
I conjure myself a big pair of boots.
All right. What style of boots?
They're fancy but affordable and functional.
I think you can only have like 2 of those things at once, I think.
Well, they're
They're-
affordable
they're-
for me because they're free, but
Oh, right. So fancy and utilitarian.
yes, exactly. Just a bit more of a buffer between me and the hot metal.
Yeah, even sandals might work. But yeah, boots. So if you go ahead with boots, and there's the boots you actually summon are rather hard, and after stepping on a while, you find to be a bit chafing. It seems that you summon new boots instead of broken ins, and you'll have to kind of deal with this.
That's fine. My feet are less hot.
There you are.
Now, shouldn't he have to roll like Constitution for that? Because not all people have that issue. I've never once had issues with having to break in boots.
What kind of boots have you gotten?
Magnum and 511.
Ah.
And also one from Uniform Supply. I don't remember. They're a better version of basic issue boots.
Yeah, a lot of good boots you have to break in, especially ones where the
They like-
industry and the process for breaking in leather has not been invented yet.
Mhm. Especially that real leather.
Yes. Genuine ostrich leather.
Ostrich.
Just goofing. New boot goofing.
Um,
Goofy
Anyways.
bootin'.
Newton. Got these on layaway. 3 payments. Oh. Just goofing. Anyways. Looking towards the tunnel where you saw that magic sort of emanating from. Those of those casters, among which is all of you at this point, almost feel an intense wind coming from this tunnel, and maybe 100 feet from the entrance, in a bored out tunnel, the walls of which seem almost perfectly smooth, is a circular door. As this flat platform kind of morphs into a perfectly circular tunnel. You're actually walking in the center of the rounded edges. You kind of have to walk single file, or else one of you will be standing on a slope.
Is this
So,
going gradually down or forward?
forward. And actually, it would be going down slightly. As you get closer to this door is about 40 feet tall, and engraved and gilded in precious metals, gold, various jewels are embedded into the surface. Giving a brief estimate of like how much weight is here. Some of you estimate the cost to be upwards of 1 million gold. It's gargantuan and just pimped the heck out.
Hi ho. Hi ho. It's off to work we go.
Go mining today, boys.
I'm gonna go. Can I put my ear up to the door, see if I hear anything on the other side?
Sure. And as you actually come up to it, you're about to press your ear against it when you hear a very echoed clunk. As something behind the door, something within the door actuates. As you kind of push up against it, you feel it almost... It's clearly unlocked now.
I'm gonna jump back a little bit and be prepared. So I push the door slowly open.
Alright. As the door slowly swings open, you see the tunnel continue onwards for a little while before ending in a massive circular chamber. Actually, not very massive, what it looks like. Just slightly wider than the tunnel that you're in. So a little bit more than 40 feet wide, it looks like from this distance. There's a number of these floating phosphorescent lights. Every so often, some of them are colored yellow, some of them are a bluish white. They seem to kind of cluster near the ceiling, almost looking like stars at some point. The polished basalt, sort of a grayish black speckled stone, is polished to perfection. And as you get closer to this chamber in the center, you see on the side tunnel there's various engravings in different languages. Some of it appears to be poetry, others just random letters strung together in a way that looks good. Um, the center is littered with a little bit of debris. And you can see there's a series of 6 pillars encircling a center dais. Dais? D-A-I-S. However you pronounce
I think it's Dias.
Dais, okay. In the shape of 6 sort of spears jutting out of this center pillar. Each of the spears pointing at these pillars on the outside. Here, I've actually got a. It's kind of big.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Which you are coming from the south, and just pretend that those points in the center are 6 points instead of 8.
My immersion is broken because of that 8-pointed thing.
What are you talking about? That is 6 points.
I mean, I can fit this thing on my screen.
I can
so-
count them. There are 8 of them there.
How about you? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah.
Am I the only one that has a 5-pointed one?
I think that's just an optical.
How many is 6 again?
It's like 1 less than 8. So what
Where
the
does
heck come
the-
after 6?
I got 13. Where's 13 on this list?
I'm gonna ask Sora, what is this place?
Gosh, if you're 13, you are way too far east.
I've got an 11.
My God, where are you? You're in space, sir.
Hey, Sora? Where am I?
Fucking GPS now.
Sora, tell me a joke.
You know, she's probably gonna leave if you keep annoying her.
You don't get any response.
No problem to me.
I mean, well, there goes your
Uh,
deific contract.
Roku wasn't interested in that.
am I missing?
Partnership.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
wait.
missing.
So I don't get anything?
No.
Hmm. Alright, I want to walk up to one of the pillars.
All right. You can go ahead and control where you want to go. Go like 1 square at a time. Around the room, you do see a series of doors sort of going in each of the 6 different directions. Even doors going in roughly the same direction as you entered through. They're smaller, but still circular, obviously leading to tunnels in the side.
I see 8 doors.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's 6 doors.
But Dova,
What?
there's
What are
Leftmost and
doors.
rightmost don't count.
There are 6 doors!
What are these pillars with the balls on them again?
Ignore the balls.
Your chain chomps.
Oh God, I knew it.
So, if you're right about back there, as you approach the pillars in the center, the center pillar, which is a rod of what looks to be maybe steel of iron, from about waist height, it kind of splits top and bottom, and the top recedes and the bottom recedes. The top pulling into the ceiling and the bottom receding into the. Those spears just kind of laying flat, like a shell, kind of pulling open and inside, one arm held to his front, fingers kind of outstretched, pointing towards the chin, and the other kind of held behind his back in almost the same fashion, is Agni.
Oh,
Oh, there he is.
I'm gonna
there-
attack.
well, there
Ah.
he is.
As
You know, I was expecting this to be a little more
Before you
treacherous. Well, no, I'm not gonna attack. This is too easy.
While that whole thing was splitting apart, Raku switched to Sheila.
All right.
Yeah, he's just pure instinct. Gonna attack.
Yeah, I mean, this is a Thunderdome. Raku's been in a few of these.
As you do so, he kind of just he says to all of you, I go ahead and roll to attack.
You.
Roll for attack.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna.
Alright.
I'm moving up to attack.
How many of us?
Just one.
Aw.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Oh boy.
And attack again.
No. One sec. A cloud of shimmering shards of this bronze dust absolutely explode outward from the impact and rapidly consume the entire body as a avalanche of this fine dust erupts outwards. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Magic or non?
Non-magic.
Okay. Add a +3 to that.
All right. You managed to close your eyes in time to avoid getting blinded by the spray, the high velocity spray of this fine glitter. And as the glitter kind of settles onto the ground, you look and you see in the center pedestal is nothing but his sort of signature staff.
Yeah, we did it.
The glitter
Sully shrug.
slowly starts
I
to
was a
creep
little
towards the
interested.
pillars.
Mm.
How about we
I'm
don't let that?
I'm gonna grab the staff.
All right. You now have the very roughly cut, almost feels like stone staff, with sort of hexagonal shaft and a basically a hexagon on the top as well, like a hexagonal ring. And as you kind of grab it, the ring isn't actually attached, but it's slowly spinning and maintaining its position at the head of the staff. With the very quiet sound of almost sand blowing over the ground on a windy day, the bronze metal filings sort of creep along the floor at increasing speeds towards the pillars.
Raku's gonna shoot one of the pillars. One in front of him.
Which one?
Is there like a ball thing on it, or what's happening there?
No, these are just basically
It's pylons.
circular pylons, very similar to the one he emerged from, except made from the same black stone that you've kind of been surrounded by at this point.
Yeah, Raku's just gonna shoot the one in front of him.
Go ahead and just roll damage.
Alright.
Don't one of us auto crit structures?
Yeah, that's rock.
yeah.
It is axe.
All right. with the sound of a shattering stone. A portion of this, about the size of like a dinner plate, falls away, clattering to the ground as the shot burrows through, getting stuck in the opposite side, or perhaps whatever was within. And as the light fills the darkened interior, you indeed see that it's hollow. And on the inside is a hulking, spike-covered bronze machine. Very similar to Agni, but
Everyone hit the pillars.
go ahead and roll initiative as these piles of dust infiltrate through little mesh openings in the bottom of these pillars. You can hear vulgar machinery begin to spin to life within these columns as some of the columns retract, and others are just shattered as whatever was within fights its way out immediately.
I'm gonna, as that's going on, before we rolled initiative, Rock would immediately put that staff in his bag of holding because he trusts nothing in here.
All right.
Your bag of holding now is full of malware.
I mean, it's more like a cavities because there's nothing in there but like teeth.
Ye old malware.
Ye old malware.
Malwire.
Let me
Oh,
scroll up. I
if-
want to see the top of the map. There we
If
are.
that
Thank you.
if that destroys my teeth, I'm gonna be pissed. Doba,
see.
don't you dare!
Don't you worry.
He worked hard on those dentures. It's one of his pride and joys.
Mhm. Everybody rolled. Cool.
Has everyone rolled?
Everyone's
Good.
on here?
Kale didn't, and is Rowan with us? Istall, don't forget about her.
I still.
ISL, yes.
Don't forget about her again.
I would have left Rowan behind
Okay, that's
for
what I thought.
this.
That makes sense. This is actual fire.
Mhm.
But Kale's always on my shoulder unless otherwise specified. Thank you for
Raku,
playing.
Raku brought his trusty baguette.
What Istall get? Does she need a character sheet?
Yeah.
No, she rolls d20s for attack. 3 of them, actually.
She gets super advantage on all her attacks.
No, that's her damage. Her damage is 3d20s.
Yeah, but she also gets super advantage if she's feeling like it.
I swear I
That's
had
just
one
how
here.
it be sometimes.
I think I lost it.
What? Istall's character sheet?
Oh,
That looks very similar. Just throw this on here. And I'll make sure to make an actual proper session. Da-da. I think that works just fine.
It's like nice even spacing on that combat tracker right there.
I know, right? It's intentional.
let's see. We have cunning, gouging, chaos, arcane, viciousness, and
Ooh.
might.
Cobalt, you messed up the.
Leave him
I
be.
know. I should have
What'd you
rolled
mess up?
lower. I messed up the order. I should have rolled lower, guys. I'm sorry.
I figure I should give you at least 2 turns in a row. So put on your favorite battle music, because
I
here
work
we Go.
Time for
Uh,
some J-pop.
you know that could be even better than J-pop. Some Who's Lines hoedowns.
Mhm.
Ooh. No, I
Uh,
want country banjos.
Does this maintain position through weeks? Because I think we're definitely gonna have to stop midway.
Or we can stop now because it's already almost 11, right before combat starts.
Actually, it is really close to that time.
Yeah,
Fair
and,
enough. We can do that. So now you
Raku
have
may
a
be
little
fine,
bit
but
of
I have
time
a
to-
high fatigue.
Yeah, that's okay. So now you'll get to consider the fact that parties that tend to be outnumbered turns-wise tend to lose.
What?
Mm,
If you have, with action economy, if you are 5 characters who are going up against 3 characters that are much higher level, you guys will tend to win. Because you have more actions.
You know,
That
they
is not
all.
going to be true at all.
all I
Sure about
see
that?
is we're bashing some metal skulls in.
I mean,
Dova's gonna
I saw
do
what he
his
did in
best to outright kill us.
That's fine. I died. It's okay. It's not that bad.
Yeah, turn economy is haste everyone.
You're not wrong.
Well,
Hey, Dova, what
anyways,
was that
everyone.
staff?
Thank you all so much
Uh,
for joining us this
I'll put it back
evening.
in a minute.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope you all enjoyed this session of Rooms and Reptiles, Dungeons and Dragons. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming a game that I have been somewhat addicted to off stream for a little bit now. Also, I don't think I actually saved the ending credits. Oops.
What is it?
For the King. It's an interesting little game. Something I really think everybody should check out. It's a lot of fun. But anyways,
Nice.
thank you all for joining, and I bid you all adieu.
Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if I want to do it tonight. Bye-bye! Oh.
Bye-bye.